Oh boy, does it feel good to be fucking streaming again. How you doing, all you beautiful sons of bitches? It's your boy Backseat, and today it begins the monumentous occasion. We are at 100 subscribers. And joining me for this special occasion is the man, the myth, the legend, John Gets Gaming. How you doing, John? Thank you so much for being here.
Oh,
John?
it's an honor. Did you
Yeah.
already start recording? My goodness.
Not only am I recording, I'm fucking streaming. Check the fucking channel.
No.
Hey, Cody.
How's it going?
No, check my channel. Cody, we're finally doing it. We're finally
Okay.
fucking live.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Hang on, let me check if it's recording. Hang on, John, go to my YouTube channel, make sure I'm live.
100 subs special.
Yes. Is it live? Can you hear us? Are we good to go with audio?
Yeah, we go.
Yep, we are. Okay, good. Yes. All right. All right. I'm just gonna let a little bit of let some more give some people some time to join. Fucking just give us some time to fucking just kick back, relax, and like fucking.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, we are. Just fucking Oh, just fucking get shit going. Oh, hey, we got Solar in the chat. How you doing, Solar?
What is this
Uh,
virtual background nonsense? There we go. My goodness.
I have no idea, John. But they can't see you. They can't see you. Hey Evan, how
Yeah.
you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? Yes, Evan, we're finally fucking live. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Whoa.
Where are your clothes?
Whose mom is that?
It looks like, according to the outlines, it's Cody.
Cody, what are you doing?
We can hear your parenting, Cody.
Cody, turn your parents off.
Great live start.
Yeah, great fucking go ahead right here. Oh my god.
This is what makes
This is the
great
start
stream
of
memories.
history.
Yes.
Cody's mom is gonna yell at Backseater, and it's gonna be great. She's gonna be like,
Yes.
"You use too foul of
Yeah.
language on my son."
We don't care, lady.
Okay, Mom, I'm turning on the PS4.
Alright.
It's okay. We can mute him. Just
All
turn
right.
his user volume down. There we go.
Let's see here.
I'll mute myself.
Thank you very much, Solar.
okay.
Ah.
Congrats.
Problem solved itself.
There we go.
Hey, is your mom hot? Wait a minute.
Oh my gosh. You know, speaking of backgrounds,
Sriracha.
I ought to invest in like a background because like it's normally just like black sides. I ought to invest in like some like side banners or some shit like that. Oy vey.
Yeah. Oh, you
That
mean
would be
like,
pretty neat.
you mean
Yes.
like shit to hang in your room?
Yeah. No. I mean, like, cause like normally when it's like just me and the screen down below, it's like the black bars off to the side, and usually that's where I put you guys. So, yeah. I
Well,
don't
I did a
know.
lot of research into my current background that I use to fill the black space. It was Googling gaming outline background for Twitch. Shit.
Let's
It's like a lot of
see.
work.
Anyway, let's see here. What do we have first on? Let's see here. So, Cody, you got the actually no, I have it right here. Who wants to be the pause guy for this?
Well, I'm at work, so it
All right.
can't be me.
All right.
I'm literally
Oh,
talking to my
fill me
phone.
once again.
All right, John, it's
Oh.
going to be you once again.
I see they're both on mobile, so I
right.
kind of expected that.
All right, John, there you go.
But hey, on the
This
plus
asshole
side,
just
I have
messaged
one
me
sick
again.
looking hat.
Hang
Yo, what?
on. This backseater guy just messaged me again. Fuck.
Wow, what an asshole. He keeps messaging you while you're doing a fucking stream.
I know, right?
I know, right? Oh my gosh.
Check it out. I got a sick looking helmet.
Not looks like
Nice.
looks like a fucking like cross between a samurai and a Viking helmet.
It is a Viking helmet, just with way too many horns.
Yeah.
Because the Vikings historically never wore horns in their helmets.
I know that's true. A samurai king helmet. All right, folks. So, are we all right, folks, let me get this shit.
You think society...
Hold up, John. Hold up.
No, I was just checking to make sure you heard it.
All right, we heard it. All right, let's see.
Okay,
here.
good.
Get
Hello.
the window set up here.
All right,
Oh,
let's do
jeez.
it.
All right.
And to have a balanced perspective on this first live show, we would like to welcome John Campia, Den of Shills.
Let's see. Hang on. Why the heck is this? Hang on. Why the heck is this not loading up? What the fuck? All right. There.
what, it's not
there.
displaying?
No, it was. It was. I was just a dum dum. Oh my gosh.
At least you admit it.
Already a great fucking start to the 100 sub special. All right, so
I love subscribing.
All right, so we got this here up right now. So John, without further ado, play it away, John.
Let's do it, John.
Raise your hand if you think society should continue having children. Raise your hand.
Who's society and why is she having so many children?
I know.
I've heard of a lot of stripper names, but I've never heard of society. That's a weird one.
Also, welcome Mike Cassius to the 100 sub stream. Anyway, keep going.
Okay, that's most of you. Raise your hand if you think society should stop having children. Well, that's a fair amount of.
Oh my God.
Well, I'll be having 74 children.
You know what they say? We live in a society.
Hey,
Oh.
wait a minute. That's every shill's wife. No, what the fuck? Walker, what's the nostalgia critic doing there?
Hey,
Oh, there's a thumbnail.
I'm playing
for
on
ya.
a new Zombieland Saga series called Zombieland Saga Salvation. I'm gonna hire Dr. Phil as a voice actor for Zufu.
We
Oh
need.
my
It's depressing to me that I recognize the nostalgia critic so fast after his Lex Luthor look. you know.
Yeah.
Well, now he has facial hair, but
Yeah.
what was that thing? Oh yeah, Melvin, brother of the Joker. That was his height of his career.
Oh my God, fucking Christ. Oh my God.
You know, not Knights of Melvin, right?
Oh, God.
No.
Wait, what? No. Nostalgia critic, aka Doug Walker, the man who was just used in that image with all the clapping.
Yes.
He he's like one of the early.
Oh yeah,
YouTubers
I know
where he's
who
got a
I know
bunch
who
of
that
different-
is.
Yeah, he made a skit called Melvin, Brother of the Joker, where I don't know what the intention was, but he just kind of like did Joker makeup on himself and said like, I forget. I think he was just saying like, I've only watched it once. I think he was just saying like awful things and like, oh, my brother, I'm so depressed and he's going to hell because he's bad, but I'm even worse. And, like, it was like the worst comedy like of all time.
Yeah.
And he literally makes fun
I
of
know.
himself for it to this day. It's been like over a decade now.
Yes.
Damn, time flies.
To believe, but 18-year-old Brooklyn says she is sick and tired of her mother pissing into her Tesla and trying to ruin her relationship with Elon Musk. Brooklyn's admits
Of course, Elon's banging somebody else.
God damn it. Hail, Japanese
like-
Spider-Man! Anyway.
Spider Stringer.
Spider Stringer, emissary from hell. Anyway.
he wants nothing more than to see Brooklyn's generation
None.
become extinct. But that's only because Brooklyn's boyfriend is having an affair with a 2021 survey. In fact, she says he's still counterproductive to her extinction movement. Well, Brooklyn is adamant that she's very high and says her mother just needs to back off. when she
Dr.
files
Phil
a
was
restraining
broken.
order
Say
against
these
her.
things.
This video is like making me have a heart attack. It's so fast with the
John, we
editing. It's
can't
so
have you
good.
dying on the 100 sub special. No.
No,
That
we
would, like,
can't
get you-
have
that
you
would actually
die,
get you a lot
John.
of that would actually get you a lot of views. You should be encouraging it. Be like, all right, everybody, 100 likes, and we will make John play the video at double speed.
Oh,
It's very rapid editing
oh my gosh.
in a good way. He's very actually like really fucking good.
Yeah.
For threats of economic, environmental, and even
Wait, that was Jabba the Hutt, aka Frogan from Twitch.
genetic crisis. Well, Eric's exorcism CEO, Mandy says that an exorcism is the
Eric's
answer.
exorcism.
Oh God! Oh God! I like the peach fuzz right there, just as an added. I don't think they edited that in. Oh God!
Is nothing more than irrelevant to her evil 20 feet tall stuffed animal. Eric's wife Mandy says that Brooklyn claims that Eric told her he's never won.
Oh, hey there.
Mandy claims nothing. In fact, she says, in the beginning of the 18th century, 4 weeks ago, Courtney confirmed her biggest fear, which is that Mandy is having really astounding and
What is the poop there?
I don't know.
unprotected sex with Pope Francis in a box under a bridge.
Oh,
Does that make her an alcoholic? Well, we're going to talk about that today. I want to look at you.
Oh
Have some
God!
boundaries.
He's switching out.
The screen wiping. I couldn't. Oh my gosh!
Yep.
How much is too much?
I'm glad I wasn't drinking anything.
Okay. First, I want to congratulate you, your daughter. For
It's Elon Musk again. He's got the black eye.
Yeah.
You, that woman, a bitch too.
Okay.
Take a look.
Why are there so many fat chicks on Dr.
Is that a
Phil?
good thing or a bad thing?
So while the population,
Is that a good thing?
the population
Is that a good
growth
thing? Is that a
rate
good thing?
is-
Okay, that's a bad thing. I move like a cat. Take a look.
Japanese
When I first met
Hang on,
Brooklyn, I
John.
thought she
Hold on.
was.
What's
Japanese Spider-Man, I'm so sorry for giving you nightmares. And hey, Jeremy just showed up. Thank you so much, you beautiful son of a bitch. Anyway, keep going.
Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He's not watching the Trump
Not
parade.
Our
Come on,
Jeremy,
man.
John. Come on. Anyway.
Oh man, I was watching Trump and masturbating the other day, and I was thinking.
What I didn't know was that she was a 17-year-old Dr. Phil. One time I discovered that Dr. Phil was
17-year-old
hiding
Dr.
on
Phil.
You don't care.
Does that make her an alcoholic? No, we'll talk about that next.
Oh God.
Eric had sex with Eric 5 times this year. Eric claims to have never had sex with Eric. Eric said plans to divorce Eric. Eric has not.
No man who says he's never had sex with himself is telling the truth. Anyways, now we're gonna move on from that.
Yeah.
Mentioned Eric on 11th
Yeah, makes sense.
birthday card from Eric. Love that's barely making it by.
What is happening right
You
now?
don't think you're
YouTube poop. They're always fucking edited like this.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh my god.
it's like you have to put it at half speed to understand what they're saying even.
Yeah.
Says she wants her daughter to respect herself. Oh, he didn't edit that part.
Your husband ever told you that he wants a divorce? Do you realize how much that I could care less? I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
What?
One take now.
Oh no. Oh no.
5, 2, 1, effects.
One that he's.
I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't care what you like.
God.
I'm sorry. I've heard you're not the first one that he's cheated on.
Oh,
you
shit.
know it, and I know it. She doesn't know it because I don't know it. And frankly,
What?
I don't care. Do you have a problem situation in your life that you think I can help? If you do, I can't. You'll find loads of NFTs on my website. You can find NFT.
What?
Andy's NFT. Brooklyn's about NFT. And the 2021 survey NFT.
I love the editing on that. That sound effect is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
NFT.
All the information is on my butt, so you can fuck off. And if you're in the Los Angeles area and would like to be in our studio audience, back off, or I will file a restraining order. I'll see you on the 12th. That's going to be on the 12th of never.
What the fuck? Are they playing Mario music?
Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, this is from a fairly unknown game. It's called Mario Kart. I don't know. You have to be a pretty big nerd to understand these. Sort
Yeah,
of
yeah,
references.
it's really
I'd have a
obscure.
very high IQ to know of the Mario Kart.
It's a very niche thing. If you're like a true gamer girl, you only know these references. So
It's
that's
from
how
a
you prove your
small
nerd
little
cred.
company not many people have heard of called Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's a small Japanese-based company. They probably haven't expanded to the other region of the world.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What is he doing? Is this really gonna be all 50 laps? Oh no!
Dollar bills, y'all.
For as shit random as everything is, like, imagine the fucking editing that has to go into these. He's like superimposing him, having all this shit go multiple layers.
I could never make a video like this. I just couldn't.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He's powering up.
Yeah, invincibility, Dr. Phil.
Oh,
Shit.
No.
Throw it at the fat chick.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Who are you?
I don't know. What the fuck?
I'm sorry, intoxicated. What are you two doing?
Oh my god.
We're good to now.
Patrick Star.
One of the
Is this Dr. Phil? No, this is Patrick.
imperatives here as people is to
Oh no, it's Joe Biden.
it's
Oh my god, it really is Biden.
in having
Sleepy Phil.
and
You're gonna want to sniff her
Robin
later.
and I have
He wants to sniff that guy's beard.
I have to say it was
He's
fun.
thinking about when he can get his hands on an ice cream
I
cone.
believe that
Yeah.
I think it's just rhythm of us than
Let's go, Brandon.
and I've never had.
Seriously.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Tell me what in the is going on.
No,
Do
that's-
you see how this works?
But my question
Take
is,
her to prison. I've had a bad.
I'm grateful that I have the choice to be able to
Get her
have
ice.
many children,
Well,
little
stop
children.
having children. Unfortunately, today, all of you.
No, don't let the city of LA hear you say that.
Whoa.
Horses with Gatling guns. I need that in the next Elder Scrolls.
I need that the next Red Dead
We used to have-
Redemption.
We used to have horse armor. Now we have horse Gatling guns. They're way better.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, I know you. You're the hero of. Oh, fuck. Walking out with his MILF.
God damn! Oh,
Like a true
well,
legend.
that was something else. Cody, you gonna stick around for the rest, or are you gonna bounce?
Hey, look, it's us. Look, it's us.
Yay, it's us! Woo!
Let's react to us reacting to Tim Walz Asmongold reacting to Tim Walz reacting to LeBron. Now,
Yes. So seriously, Cody, you gonna stick or you gonna go?
Reaction. Reacception.
Cody?
Well, I'm off.
All right.
Later.
See ya, Cody.
Oh man.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Well, that was Cody's fill for the day. So now on
Oh my
to
God.
the main event. Is
Woo.
this this video suggestion was brought to us by Jeremy. Let me see where it is here.
From Geeks and Gamers.
I already made that joke. You can't make it again.
Evan's a
That's
joke
sorry,
thief.
I didn't hear you say
Against the
that.
internet. That's against the internet rules.
Evan's a joke thief. All right, John. There you go. There it is, right
Damn
there.
it. I'm the Amy Schumer of the group, aren't I?
Yes.
is AD.
Yes, Evan. Yes, you are. All right, John. Let me know when you got it up.
Let's see here. In Bob We Trust, Why the Last Jedi is a love letter to Star Wars fans.
It's movie, Bob, folks.
Wait, do you see the new
Well,
window
that's a
that I
letter
just
about
pulled up, or
something.
do you still see the old one?
Uh,
Let me see.
I
It's
don't
not
know,
a love letter, it's an obituary.
yes. Go full screen, John. Hang on.
Okay, I was just checking on our. All right, yeah. So we see this. Boom.
All right.
Bob Chipman presents.
Oh, guys, I sure do love Disney Star Wars. Whoa!
Yay. So before we hop into this video, guys, what are our thoughts on the thesis? It's like The Last Jedi is a love letter to Star Wars and its fans. I know we all disagree, but like, what do we make of that statement?
Well, it
I
seems
say
to be the end.
he's trying to get a reaction out of people. He's certainly on the right track.
Yes.
See, if I were going to try and make that thesis, and I had to do a Disney Star Wars movie, I would do it for The Force Awakens or Rogue One or some shit that's just like heavy on the references and does a bunch of jangling keys and shit. And isn't like trying to subvert any expectations or anything, where it's just like, remember Star Wars, remember? You know, that would be a
Yeah.
lot easier to make that statement for. The Last Jedi is the last movie in all of Disney Star Wars that I would do that for, because it's literally just like, I mean, it has a bunch of, it's got like obviously the AT-ATs, and then they have, oh, it's salt, it's not snow, guys, it's totally not like Hoth, just by the way.
Yeah.
But like, it's like the least key jangly, I guess. So I'm not sure how it's a love letter, because it pretty much tries to shit on all the established stuff in Star Wars and cut it off at the legs.
Yeah, John, you really have a point there, because it's like, oh, it's like The Last Jedi, that is the movie that tried to like subvert expectations everywhere. It's basically trying to do an eternal deconstruction of the whole fucking setting, falls flat on its face, and yeah, that is the movie that should not be considered a love letter, like, at all. It's like, you know, it's like,
And here's another thought
hang
I
on.
want to add on.
All right, hang on, Evan. It's like KOTOR 2. Like, that's a great game. I'm not as big a fan of it, but it's a great game with a great story. But I would not call it a love letter for the exact same reasons. Anyways, Evan, what were we gonna say?
If you really wanted to make a love letter to Star Wars, maybe do a love letter that the creator himself would actually like. Because you have George Lucas shitting on your film, then you're then your love letter, that's a fucking obituary.
Yes.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson's a fucking loser. Anyways.
Well, anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? And hey, we got Jorge Lucas in the chat. Good show, bro. Welcome, you beautiful son of a bitch. Anyway, let's keep going here, folks. Let's get on with it.
Such epic music.
Hey, Bill Cipher.
Oh no.
Dude, it's all a conspiracy, bro. Oh my gosh, is that really loud for anybody else?
Yeah, it's a little loud. John, can you turn it down a little bit?
I absolutely can. Sorry, I was just making sure that it wasn't just my volume. All right,
No, you're good. You're good.
There, that looks better, right?
Yeah.
Except for that statement.
Oh shit!
wait,
Spoilers. So
it was just spoilers for The Last Jedi.
It's spoilers and a klaxon alarm. You know shit's legit now, folks.
Also, it's not how you do a spoiler alert. Like, I hate to nitpick, but let's see how fast that is. That doesn't even work. I missed what the fuck it even said. Oh, okay, he repeats it. Never mind.
Simple John. Simple John.
I saw it fade to black, and I was like, that was like 2 seconds.
Recall that the specific mythological figure Luke Skywalker resembles.
Oh, he's got to get his Patreon plug in there. Let's all go subscribe.
You know, common boy gets a special sword, meets a wizard, finds out he's of noble lineage. This isn't news to anyone, right? And well, how did things end up for King Arthur again?
Blow me to Bermuda!
Once again, I get not liking it, but this idea that it doesn't fit with the franchise or it doesn't make sense in the narrative, yeah, that's a lot harder to justify in my opinion.
It doesn't.
However, that having been acknowledged,
it doesn't just fit King Arthur, and it doesn't have to follow every bullet point of King Arthur. So no, it's the hero's journey in general.
Yes, Jorge, it is MovieBob. But yeah, it's like also I wouldn't even call Luke like an Arthurian kind of. I wouldn't even say Luke is like all that similar to Arthur like at all. It's like he's just like a generic hero protagonist character, really.
I hate to correct you, Backseater, but if you remember, Luke does declare himself king of the galaxy at the end of the original trilogy.
Oh right,
And,
how could I forgot? No,
he's like, I will bring peace, order, and security to my new empire.
No.
Everybody goes, oh, not again.
No, John. Legit fun fact: in the original like planned ending that like I think Lawrence Kasdan had, and Lawrence Kasdan, he's a fucking idiot, but he had in his idea, his ending for episode 6 was that Luke would become the president of the galaxy. Yes, really.
The Presidente.
Yes.
Amazing. So that means that if they had gone through with that, then in 2017, assuming that doesn't change anything else with our political timeline, Ryan Johnson would have 100% had Luke have an orange wig, an orange tanner, and like a wig on, and be like, "It's my galaxy. It's the best galaxy. We're going to make the galaxy great again." And then they would have to overthrow him and stop him because he's evil now.
Oh, I'm so happy that ending didn't happen now. Anyway, moving on.
Although I'm pretty sure Mark Hamill wouldn't want to go through with that.
No, he wouldn't. No.
Well, if he was the villain, I think he might be okay.
How's it going?
Whoops.
Oops.
Double clicked.
Resentment and rejection spinning out of this that's coming more from a place of misreading what people think the story is saying in the film. You see, a lot of the readings, amusingly both for and against The Last Jedi, frame the film as a kind of anti-nostalgia or anti-fandom treatise, mainly based around Kylo Ren's monologue about killing the past. For good or ill, the new trilogy is all in on the idea of its story as a meta-narrative about the new Disney-owned Lucasfilm inheriting Star Wars legacy and what that means, and The Last Jedi's overall arc seems to be very much about setting up the starting point of a major status quo shakeup. That's definitely what the final shot with the kid is about, and it feels like the
major status quo shakeup was the entire New Republic getting nuked, and they breezed over it.
Yes.
This is just the rebellion goes from like between the beginning and end of this movie, the rebellion, or I'm sorry, the resistance, they're so different, goes from like 500 people to like 50 people.
Right.
That's the major shakeup. And somehow word of Luke Skywalker walking out and getting vaporized and dying right away inspires everybody in the galaxy.
It's like literally, it's like every number, it's like the number of digits in the good guys' side goes down. We went from 5,000 to 500 to 50 to 5. So yeah.
All because of those retarded Republic bombers that get instantly destroyed and have no shields and are designed in the worst possible way that they have to be directly over something to drop bombs. They just got everybody killed.
And we can't have Y-Wings in that scene because not everybody knows what a Y-Wing is.
They were just in Rogue One a year earlier. Anyways.
Yes. Anyway.
Logical place Disney would want to take the brand long term. It just frees up a lot of possibilities. It makes sense.
No, it kneecaps all the possibilities. It's like everybody's dead and everything's gone. Bye.
It's like
but what I feel is happening.
It's like your friends are dead, your family's dead, your pets are being skinned alive, your mom's a fucking whore, you suck at life, live with it.
I understood that reference. That's Angry Video Game Nerd with the Friday the 13th episode. Yes.
Yeah.
You're dead. Your friends are dead. Game over.
Yeah. Anyway,
happening as well is a lot of people are extrapolating out from this that The Last Jedi wants to erase everything that Star Wars used to be and shit all over the mythos in this specific case. Somehow say that Luke was never great and that the Jedi suck in order to hold up the new paradigms and new characters as being superior. And I don't actually see that at all. In fact, I'd argue that the entire Rey and Luke story is really nothing less than a very deliberate, earnest, and sincere love letter to the idea of fandom and Star Wars fans in particular.
Okay, who's the fandom in that scenario? Is it Luke, who's fallen out of love with the Force, and so Ryan Johnson's saying, you need to get back inspired and die right away, I guess, if you get reconnect with the Force? I'm not really sure what he's getting at with that one.
I don't know. I don't know. My guess is that, like, Rey is supposed to be the fandom, like, going up to, like, the old fogies who run Star Wars, and they're like, no, see, there's still hope somewhere in there. I don't know.
That
I'm just guessing.
it's even more literal than that, Backseater. It's old white guy dies so that young woman fan can take up the mantle of Star Wars fan. They were just doing their demographic thing, but in the movie.
Yeah. Whoa, Evan, what the hell was that?
Yeah, I'm talking about Ray being the fandom and Luke being the old disillusioned guy.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, there's no hope for me.
Yeah.
Just I don't buy that.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
We all good? Okay then, let's talk about Rey from Nowhere for a minute. Firstly, just so we're all on the same page, just as the meta-narrative of the
Why
new
the
trilogy
hell
very
is
much
in
about
Bob
Kathleen
We
Kennedy's
Trust
incarnation
on the
of Lucasfilm
bottom
inheriting
there?
the
And
He's
it's also
trying
on
to
the top.
subliminally message you.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
He's like, by the way, guys, watch, guys, are going to be clear gay messaging here between Finn and Poe. Watch.
Bruh, subliminal messaging doesn't even work.
in the Western consciousness in terms of
Look,
characters
they
and
looked at
on-screen
each
action.
other. They're gay.
They're gay. Yeah. Anyway.
That story has mainly been told through the non-Jedi and/or Force-using characters. Hence, the First Order and the Resistance both being relatively new power structures, both trying to maintain and expand the legacies of the Empire. And
They're the same fucking power structures. They're recycled power structures.
Yes.
And they they've had the entire New Republic get nuked just so they could return to the status quo of, oh, the Resistance is a tiny group and they're so against the big evil Empire.
Because status quo is God. Anyway.
The Rebellion, respectively. But it's also telling an adjacent meta-narrative about Star Wars fans' experience with receiving and carrying out that same legacy. Just as Luke, Vader, Obi-Wan, and
the fans are bad guys.
Oh my God.
Emperor and Yoda all had their own
Bruh, I say this about Star Wars all the time, and it really applies to The Last Jedi. It's not that deep, bro.
Private Jedi versus Sith story playing out within but very much apart from the bigger scale military conflicts that the non-Force users were engaged in the original trilogy. Here, the Star Wars fandom metaphors are all contained within the storyline that jointly encapsulates Rey and Kylo Ren. To put it bluntly, the two of them
That screenshot looks like it's from a different type of movie. What are you doing there, Kylo?
Also, yes, Jorge and Bob, we distrust. Hey, it's double A. Welcome, you beautiful son of a bitch. Anyway.
This is from the what's it called? I forget that porn company, Wood Rocket or whatever.
This is from the X-rated cut, yeah.
Like, let me stare into your soul, Rey. You want to touch my man boobs?
Ren. To put it bluntly, the two of them are both in-universe.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley does. What, Evan?
Sorry, I'm in the theater. That's playing music, but yeah, Rey wants definitely to gag on Kylo's lightsaber, if you know what I'm saying.
I will say Daisy Ridley doesn't have that good tits, but she does have a nice shapely ass. Yes. Anyway.
She did some deadlifts between the movies.
Yeah.
Metaphorical stand-ins for Star Wars fans. I mean, just look at them. Kylo Ren goes around in a Vader-style voice-changing helmet that he doesn't need to wear for any reason. He's not a cyborg. He's not really a Sith. He just chooses to dress up like
He's a cosplayer?
Had armor. Kylo Ren has a costume. He is literally a Darth Vader cosplayer.
Oh my God, I called it. Okay. I don't think that was the intent. That's just all I'm going to say to that.
No.
I don't think he was meant to represent the cosplay community. He doesn't look like Jessica Negri to me, but that's just me.
Yeah.
That would be funny though if Kylo was like, "I'm no sexy Kylo," and he just changed his outfit in between movies. It's got a big boob cut out.
Co-leading an entire movement that's basically made up of bad fanboys. That's why the Force Order all look like Imperial.
So I think he's saying the First Order is like the old fandom because they're all just like cheaply. They're trying to cheaply emulate I don't know. Maybe he's like, these are fan films or something, or cosplayers, like he said. I have heard this, that like it's supposed to be like the neo-Nazis because they're like Hux and them because they're not as competent, but they're still trying to be evil, and
that's a better that's a better applicability than fucking like, oh, they're like cosplayers.
Well, they only use that to explain why Hux is a dumbass in a bunch of scenes. They're like, oh, it's because he's supposed to be a dumbass, but then he's like really evil and intimidating and blows up the whole Republic in another scene. So
Really?
who knows?
Really? Because the neo-Nazis on Breaking Bad were like way more intimidating than these guys.
Well, it's the old paradox ever since 20.
And they didn't even have a world-destroying laser. Anyway, what were you saying?
Well, it's the old paradox where they want to say like, oh, our enemies are so stupid and they're all live in their mother's basement and they're so bad, but also they're super, super dangerous guys and they're taking over everything and they control everything.
Yeah,
like they're even doing it to this day where they're just like, oh, stupid orange man, but also very dangerous. Ooh.
Also, more! Anyway.
Here reimagined.
That's what Kylo says during his sex scene.
Fan artist, from the hunched over, more monster-looking walkers to Ren's stupid handguard.
Same fucking walkers. Are you kidding me? They put a little hunchback on.
Also,
That's such lazy.
Can someone like fact check for us? Did cross guards exist in the original EU? Because I don't quite remember that. I don't quite remember a lot.
Do you mean wedgeons?
Keep playing the video, John.
Lightsaber, which looks exactly like a cheesy mod someone
I was so cringe I disconnected
Star Wars game. Seriously, that's our new villains. The First Order are basically the Sith War reenactors from Futurama.
Yay.
What?
Floater. Darth Erderer. Darth Ithead.
Now, meanwhile, Rey is cut from some of the same cloth. She knows all about the Force powers and lightsabers and the Falcon because she's a fangirl for Star Wars, or for her, actual wars that happened 30 or so years ago that she's heard stories about.
Well, hang on. That analogy doesn't work all that well because it's like in this film they set it up where it's like, oh, the galaxy doesn't know the events of the OT. So
yeah, guys, just to put this stupid ass line in perspective, like, so it's 2025, so this would be like me going, oh my gosh, Backseater, are you saying that Bill Clinton was really president? I mean, I can't believe it. Those myths were true? Like, it's 30 years ago. It's not that long, Ray. How the fuck do you not know all of that? How is this not all in recorded history?
It's like maybe this would work better if this were in the old EU, because the old EU always portrayed the citizens of the galaxy of like, or rather the events of the films as just being like common knowledge to the citizens of the galaxy. Like everyone knows what happened in them, but not in Disney's EU. So yeah.
Well, and it makes a little more sense to have something.
I mean,
like
if you really think about it, I mean, 30 years is not that long of a jump between that and the new film. I mean, you could make an argument that Rey, being like a scavenger, she does have access to like knowledge, so she probably wouldn't know the events. But yeah, either they, I'm sure the something like the death of the Emperor, the destruction of the Death Star, like all those like shit that happened would become knowledge, even to the most low life scavenger.
Yes.
Probably have an idea on what happened.
Yes.
She was literally salvaging Imperial Star Destroyers. So she never asked, like, hey, what the fuck is this thing anyway? Oh, yeah, that was like, obviously she knows these wars happened. Like, it doesn't even make any sense with what they showed before this.
Right.
What? I was too high. What did you say?
The Force, a Jedi.
The Force, a Jedi. The Ark of the Covenant. Wait, which movie is this?
It's one of the movies.
As a non-functional.
Also, are you related to Lando? Because you're only the second black guy I've ever met.
To be fair, John, there actually were like a few other black extras in the OT.
Okay.
Sentimental nostalgia helmet of her own. She has a little Star Wars doll, which is now something of a repeating motif in the new trilogy. And we first meet her living in the remains of a downed AT-AT, our new heroine, who is herself.
Motif. What the fuck are you on about?
Maybe in the background or something. I don't know.
What the hell, Evan? Do you remember fucking dolls in the ST? I don't.
No, not really. No.
the fuck, Bob?
I will say, if there were toys in like Star Wars, I could imagine plushies of like certain historical figures, or just plushies of one of the alien creatures.
Yeah,
like I can imagine a little girl walking around with a Nexu plushie.
That and Twi'lek sex dolls, yes.
Anyway, The Last Jedi, or the first of whatever the new permutation of good Force users that's going to grow out of all this will be called, is an adult woman who essentially still sleeps in a Star Wars bed.
Man,
this is
that
a
is
big part of why
pretty
the whole Rey as a
pathetic.
Mary Sue thing pisses me off, because it's such a deliberately shitty
No, this doesn't make any sense. She's not like fucking fangirling. She doesn't even know what the fuck happened. Like, what are you talking about? She's not like, oh, she's never established as like, oh man, I really idolize like Luke Skywalker or something, or the Republic. She literally just asks Han Solo. Like, that's the first time that she even seems in awe of it at all with Han Solo. She's just like, oh my gosh, Luke and the Jedi were real. That's the first time she shows any reverence or like wonder or anything. She's not like,
They're trying to make her like the Kamala Khan of Star Wars, but yeah, it's not working.
Yeah. Also, Double A.
she's not in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, Double A. No, I didn't mean the crosswalkers. I meant the cross guard on Kylo's lightsaber. Was that in the old EU? Not within the EU. Okay. All right. Anyway, go on.
Reading. Back when Mary Sue meant anything as genre criticism, it described obvious self-insert characters who were omnicompetent with no explanation apparently necessary.
Right.
Rey has an explanation. She
Really?
does all this stuff like second nature because she's grown up being into it. And also
No.
That makes no fucking sense. That's not how skill sets work. I'm really into the NBA. It doesn't make me good at basketball. What the fuck?
I'm really
hey guys,
good.
I've watched a lot of Michael Jordan YouTube videos. I could totally dunk on a 10-foot.
I'm really good at fucking Mortal Kombat. I can fucking rip a man's head off with his spine dangling.
Oh really? You think you can take on Shao Kahn?
Yeah, I guess I'm a badass.
Shao Kahn's a little bitch. You just punch him in the nuts.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh!
amazing of her skill set is way overstated. She's basically so far done the most obvious version of the Jedi mind trick once, implicitly by reputation. She won a lightsaber duel on her own
She
once.
didn't even believe Luke Skywalker was real. How would she know about the Jedi mind trick specifically?
And not only that, but she did it implicitly.
Yeah, a lot of Jedi knew about the Jedi mind trick. They still have to be trained in how the fuck to do it.
Nigga. Bro.
Double A. I love football. I'm part of the FIFA team.
Like seriously, that's like me all of a sudden like dunking from the foul line and somebody's like, how the hell did you learn how to do that? Instead of saying like, oh, I practiced or something, I'm just like, I'm just a big fan of Dr. J, you know? It's pretty easy. It's like, that's not how skills work. That's not how life works, Bob. I don't know what the fuck you're smoking.
And it was against a wounded guy who's kind of a wiener. And let's face it, being good
kind
with
of a wiener.
you know how to
Excellent
use a sword is
explanation.
only at least almost as shaky logic-wise as knowing how to fly the equivalent of a bush plane, meaning you're all set to fly the equivalent of a fighter jet. Either way, on a meta level and in universe, she's super good at Star Wars stuff because she's a Star Wars fan.
No.
That's not a Mary Sue. That's Gwen.
No.
So from that perspective,
Gwen
Pool's a parody character.
Yes.
She's not meant to be taken seriously. We are meant to take Rey seriously. She's the main character of the space opera. Like, she can't be a spin-off of a parody character. Like, what are you even on about? He just brushed over that one, hoping nobody would notice, like, oh, she's a family, so she knows how to do everything. Anyways, moving on.
Double A is absolutely disgusted.
What?
of Rey's interactions with Luke in The Last Jedi are nothing less than a literal and figurative encounter wherein a Star Wars fangirl approaches the veteran hero of the original Star Wars and essentially says, hey, we need Luke Skywalker to come back and be awesome in Star Wars one more time. And he basically gives her the real-life version of Shatner telling that guy to get a life in that SNL skit because he's done with Star Wars and disillusioned and just decided the whole thing is kind of bullshit.
Oh, hey, it's modern-day Mark Hamill. This is the one part that's actually accurate.
Yeah, pretty
She's
much.
like, can you defeat them? And he's like, let's see. He approached Mark Hamill in a MAGA hat. He's just like, no. And he recently did say that he was done with Star Wars because basically he doesn't want to be in any more of those shit productions.
I mean,
so
I
he's
don't
just
blame
like,
him. I don't blame him. He's old as fuck now, so.
Hey, they
Even
dragged
Vader
Harrison
in the
Ford
sequel
back one more
trilogy,
time.
he was a little past his prime.
Yeah.
And then he spends several days basically giving her the in-universe version of every deconstructionist cultural critique lecture about how Star Wars and the whole concept of Jedi are bad. It's arrogant, it's elitist, it's based on old dried-up myths that aren't compatible anymore, stuff that's been leveled against this particular franchise forever. Basically, you've heard it all before. All capped off with the idea that all...
From who? Who the fuck are you talking about?
Ugh.
Like, people say this about the OT, where they're just like, it's based on old myths, so it's not. It was old myths when they made the damn thing. Of course, it's old myths. They're called, they're called timeless myths by a lot of people because it's kind of like something that transcends time and lasts forever, and that's why people are still watching them today.
Yes.
All the bad stuff about the Jedi, aka the Star Wars franchise, and his failure to recognize it is responsible for the existence of Kylo Ren and the First Order, aka shitty Star Wars fanboys.
You want to take your shirt off?
This is a funny movie, by the way.
You want to take that shirt off?
Asshole.
But here's the key. The Last Jedi...
So if you like the Star Wars movies, you're sexually harassing women, basically.
Yes.
Oh God, it's like he took the most obscure college, like some thesis statement that some kid gave in their film studies class, and he's like, "Well, clearly this is just like that thing that only a few people have ever experienced. You should have gotten it." It's like, also that doesn't even fit in the story, but okay. I don't feel like most of us know what you're
See
talking
ya.
about.
Have a good night. Anyway.
Thanks, Professor.
Yeah.
is on Rey's side of this argument. The movie thinks Luke is wrong about this. That's why it commits so hard to old man Luke being an obnoxious, disappointing asshole about the whole thing. So we understand in no uncertain terms that when she argues back at him that despite his disillusionment with his reputation, the legacy of Star Wars, the legend of Luke Skywalker, is an important thing that matters to people, is still needed and can...
Does it though? Because she didn't even know if it was real at the start of The Force Awakens.
It's kind of a big albatross around your argument here, Bob.
She's such a huge fan. She didn't even know it was real. She's such a huge fan. That's why she knows all the skills, even though she didn't believe in or have ever heard of any of them. But she's such a huge fan. That's why she doesn't like Luke Skywalker and didn't even know if he was a real person 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
can still do good in the universe. She, metaphorically representing Star Wars fans, is right and he's wrong.
Not again.
There's some necessary gray area to it, of course. The new trilogy does, at least thus far, seem to agree that the Jedi need to evolve in order to endure, even as it maintains that Rey is right about it needing to endure in the first place. Hence why Luke doesn't fully get that he's in the wrong about any of this until he gets a talking to from Yoda. And while we're at it, why it makes sense for Yoda to destroy the altar, but only symbolically, because Rey already took the sacred Jedi text with her, because of course she did. She's a Star Wars fan. If people supposedly in charge of the franchise...
Did Yoda know that?
There's no way Yoda could possibly know that, no.
Also, these ancient texts, like Luke, I'm pretty sure didn't have those whenever he saved the whole galaxy the first time. So it's not like they're essential to battle evil or anything.
No, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit that George came up with, and I'm kind of happy he didn't put it in any films. But this bullshit concept called the Journal of the Wills, the Journal of the Wills were just entirely stupid, and I'm really happy George never went through with them. Anyway.
What? You just insult George Lucas? You're just like the Star Wars. No.
I say it's done now, and she disagrees. She'll take it up on
Even
her.
though Lucas even we can admit that Lucas had his down moments.
Yeah. Hang on, AA. The simple fact that Bob is defending The Last Jedi is a fake fan base, and I just love how Disney's projecting its own narrative rather than George's narrative and legacy. Absolutely. Jorge, Rey is basically like Jesus in these trash films. Yeah. She's more OP than Jesus himself. Anyway.
Her Salter.
Do you guys think it's possible? Hang on.
Trying to...
I just had an idea. Do you guys think it's possible to power scale the Bible characters?
I feel like most of them get their powers from God, so like I'm kind of I don't know what like powers each character would have inherently, you know? That's what would make it tough.
Anyway.
Like Moses,
Well, I
he
say
parted the
this
Red
as
Sea
a-
and he made all these plagues, but like that was all just God shooting it through him.
I mean, we'll have to have this debate another day. But anyway.
Find the good.
I will say this as a Jewish man. Power scaling all of the Bible characters. It's one of those mixed bag situations. Like, sure, there's the Moses part in the Red Sea, and of course there's Moses again getting the 10 Commandments.
Yes.
But even that is kind of yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Wouldn't say that they're doing it, it's God doing it through them. But even as a Jewish man, portraying God in any sort of physical power scaling kind of way is strictly prohibited.
Alright.
Well, yeah, you'd have to leave God out of it anyway, because he just breaks the verse, you know.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
Everyone has to start somewhere.
He's not like anybody I've ever met. He's like a riddle wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a vest.
Oh God, is
Sure,
Bob
he's
a
ugly,
Raylo?
So why can't I stop staring at him?
oh no.
Oh no!
But
What?
the guy in charge.
Is that an erection meta? Is he saying that he thinks Kylo is hot? Like, what is he talking about there?
I think he does. I wouldn't put it past him.
Eventually does come around to her view of things anyway, specifically that he and the Jedi and Star Wars are valuable for the good they can inspire in fans like her. That's why the astral projection twist for the big final battle is such a genius gag. Yes, also because Kylo Ren getting humiliated will never stop being fun to watch, but mainly because it allows Luke to not simply show up for one last rescue, but to actually make the legendary version of himself, the invincible, all-powerful, unstoppable Luke Skywalker Jedi Master, who he may never actually have been himself, real enough, if only for a moment, that it can inspire the good side of the galaxy.
I'm so tired of this fucking. He made a hologram. It's not badass. It's not inspiring. He doesn't even fight anybody. He tricks him for a couple minutes and then he just disappears. And then he fucking dies because he's like, oh gosh, I used too much force. I couldn't eat a sandwich or take a nap. I just had to fucking collapse and die on a rock. Oh, but he looks at the twin suns. It's never gonna be badass. It's never gonna be a good scene to have a hologram be his big move. It's like an HD hologram. Congratulations. That's your big force power.
Yeah.
I get that it's long distance. That's very impressive, Luke. Good for you.
You know,
and I don't get how this inspires anybody.
I don't know. But yes, Jorge, Bob you shouldn't bring the Simpsons into this. Anyway, moving on.
It's like, oh, guys, it's this big inspiring myth of Luke. What happened? Oh, he went out and died. Oh, because that's how the galaxy would see it. Like his hologram disappears. That's whenever he dies. It's like, oh, so he did what anybody else could have done, which is walk out and die. Like, how is that inspiring to anybody who hears about this battle later?
It's just another day to die. Anyway.
He lasted 10 more seconds than we would have, guys, and then he got blasted to shit. Like, that's how the galaxy would know about it.
Oh, another way. Fuck.
You can call it the art of fighting without fighting.
We'll kind of be like, well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
For making this the central theme of Luke and Rey's story. It's not just Luke Skywalker, the man, who saves the day. It's the bigger and more powerful idea of Luke Skywalker as he existed for Rey and in the wider cultural imagination, both in the Star Wars universe and in our own. From where I'm sitting, that is the main thematic takeaway from the philosophy.
Jake Skywalker trolling with holograms, so inspiring.
This is a weird like formatting or editing style too, that where he like won't film himself, but he'll take various screenshots, put himself on a dollar bill like image, and like randomly insert his face at various points of the video.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking play yourself talking to the camera if you want to have your face on screen a couple times.
Fucking Christ, Bob. I know he has like, hang on, Evan. I know
that he's money.
Yeah, I know he has like these like I don't know what the hell you call him. He has like these like drawn faces of like different dudes with like different facial expressions. Like I don't know why he's not using them. I don't know what he did with those.
Yeah, like I get like 0 punctuation. He'll use the little stick figures and like make them do various poses and stuff as he's talking. But like if you're gonna go through the trouble of like screenshotting yourself,
yeah,
and then, like,
just
putting it in
record
there.
yourself, yeah. Or hell, just get an animated avatar. Fucking Christ.
There you go, a VTuber. Come on, bro.
philosophical side of the story in The Last Jedi, a meta-narrative that says to Star Wars fans, your devotion to this is a good thing, you are right about it being meaningful and important, you are the reason it came back, and you are the reason it's going to continue. The guy
But Luke is a piece of shit.
Yes.
That's Luke has to be the evil guy in this scenario, and that doesn't really work for me as a Star Wars fan.
No.
I don't need Rey lecturing Luke on what it means to Star War.
No.
Who says let the past die is a total hypocrite who stays on the shitty path he was already on and firmly establishes himself as irredeemably evil. The disillusioned grump who wanted to end the Jedi sees his error and is redeemed. The fangirl who argued him out of his funk and then led by his example is thus his redeemer and by proxy the co-savior of the Resistance. The Star Wars universe is thus preserved and reaffirmed by the faith of a Star Wars fan.
Wow.
I'm not really sure how that could be more the opposite of
Dad, I was doing a force push, not a force startup. You messed it all up. He just starts screaming at his dad.
trashing or diminishing classic Star Wars. Our main heroine is our main heroine.
She's got such a weird mouth. Anyways.
Because she's driven by reverence for, essentially, classic Star Wars. The guy whose opinion
He's really making a lot out of that background doll that he zoomed in on. Like, holy shit, dude, she wasn't that big of a fan. That's a pilot anyway. That's not even anything to do with the Force. That's just fucking, oh, I like the New Republic, basically, is all that's saying.
Pretty much.
Star Wars that came before is it sucks, just get rid of it, gets his ass handed to him not just by Luke Skywalker, but by, from a certain perspective, a motion picture about Luke Skywalker, willed into action by the needs of fans.
He doesn't get his ass handed to him. He gets delayed by like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And he figures it out pretty damn quick. Like,
Bob is getting
I don't even understand how that movie would be different.
Bob is getting super duper high, hitting that bong mitzvah.
Hit the bong bong, bro.
Fandom to see one more motion picture about Luke Skywalker.
Don't fuck with the Jedi Master, son.
Now, whether or not this particular story was the one they should have been telling on its own merits, that's a whole other discussion, i.e. do we really want it to be okay for a feature film and a multimedia branded intellectual property franchise to make sanctifying the existential righteousness of said branded intellectual property as a life philosophy an acceptable theme? I mean, there's definitely a lot of...
Okay, first of all, it wasn't even doing that. Like, you're just completely imagining this shit in your head. As Backseater said, it's not that deep, bro. But second of all, even if it was going for that, that's pretty fucking poorly executed if they're relying that much on a background doll of a pilot to establish that she somehow knows all the Force powers that she never even heard about or thought were myths.
Yeah. There's no way in hell they planned that in advance, because, like, I'm pretty sure J.J. Abrams didn't even, like, give, like, notes or whatever for Ryan to work with. It's like, they just said, it's like, hey, it's like, fucking, do whatever you want. And J.J. Abrams liked it, because of course he did. Everyone else at Disney liked it, so then they just pushed it out there.
Well, JJ liked being there at the start because he could establish a bunch of mysteries and he didn't have to answer any of it.
Yes, Japanese Spider-Man, fucking Bob's edits are fucking dumb. Anyway.
And then Ryan Johnson's like, well, I know I got the middle movie, but I'm going to answer everything and kill everybody. Why?
I'm going to torch the franchise and run.
And then JJ's like, dude, what the fuck? He came back, the house is on fire and burnt down.
Well, originally JJ wasn't even gonna come back. It's like, because originally it was gonna be Colin. Yeah. Then Colin dipped. Yeah, then Colin dipped, and he's like, I can't work with this shit. I'm going back to my shitty dinosaur movies.
Well, this just shows how reactionary and like horrible of an executive KK is, where she's like, oh yeah, I'll hire Colin Trevorrow because he had one successful like indie film. Oh no, he had a failure of an indie film. Quick, fire him and bring back JJ. It's like this panic fire and hire in between movies after everybody like hated the last, after, well, I'll say at least half the people hated The Last Jedi. And then she's like, oh shit.
She probably should have done is just hire one guy from the start, and the one guy wanted to continue. He could have him like choose a successor to do the second film, and if that guy wanted to do the third film, he could. But if he didn't want to have him, bring in another trusted accomplice. That way, if they had a bit of a circle of trust between them, everything could have been accurate and connected instead of just scrambling to fix all the fake missing pieces.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's fine to switch directors, but, like, even the OT technically had 3 directors, even though everybody says, like, Lucas was, doing shit on the 3rd one, basically, but it's like he was overseeing all of it. So, yeah, you could have had, like, the starting director then, make sure that it was still his story but then you do all the legwork for somebody else. Like the Irving Kershner, like I forget who even the director of I'm a fake fan. The director of Return of the Jedi was McQuarrie, was it?
No, Ralph McQuarrie was a concept artist.
No.
It was Richard Marquand.
Marquand, that's yeah, sort of similar tonation on it. Anyways, yeah, so like, but Lucas was there on all 3 of them, obviously, like overseeing and making sure everything lined up enough. Like, and Irving Kershner was like his professor in college, so he had a little bit more power than anybody else probably would have because he was sort of a mentor. But yeah, you got to have some cohesion. You got to have somewhat of a plan. Kathleen could have brought in all 3 directors in whenever they bought it, 2012, and been like, okay, guys, we just announced these 3 movies. Let's make a basic outline with some bullet points, and then we can all work towards the same goal. This is what leadership is. And she completely fucking failed at it because apparently there was no communication, no plan, and just completely panicked knee-jerk reaction moves based on like, oh, some indie movie failed, so we're gonna fire Colin Trevorrow now, like in between movies.
Yep.
She's an emotional woman. I'll just say it. I'll be the sexist here. Anyways.
You're not wrong there. I don't think I'm wrong, honestly.
Comfortable arguments to be had on that front. Hashtag late capitalism. But for our purposes at the moment, it is
Late
the story.
capitalism? Hang on. What's the button to rewind 10 seconds?
J.
All right. From Geeks and Gamers. Yes, Jay, I know, but no, I'm joking.
Acceptable theme. I mean, there's definitely a lot of not terribly comfortable arguments to be had on that front. Hashtag late capitalism. But for our...
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
I mean, the Canto Bite sequence briefly references, ooh, capitalism bad, because they're really just feeling both sides. Whoa. But that's never touched on again before or after.
Yeah.
Purposes at the moment, it is the story that The Last Jedi chose to tell, and I think they do a pretty profound job of it, considering how difficult of a juggling act this material is. And while I get where wires are getting crossed for some people, it kind of still blows my mind that so many are reading an anti-fan message from what seemed to me to be the biggest thumbs up a modern franchise has given its fans without full-on breaking the fourth wall to do so. And in terms of whether or not it disrespects the Star Wars legacy in itself in order to get there, well, consider the now famous final sequence of the film. The kids playing with the makeshift action figures at the end, symbolizing the meta-narrative of Star Wars.
Wait, what did he call it?
Star Wars legacy in itself in order to get there. Well, consider the now famous final sequence of the film.
Now famous.
The makeshift action figures at the
now
end, symbolizing the meta-narrative of Star Wars as an enduring modern legend in the earnest sense, and one imagines Disney is hoping in the business sense as well. They aren't acting out Rey moving the rocks so everyone can escape. They're acting out Luke facing down Ren and the Walkers. The Last Jedi literally signs off with a final acknowledgement that yes, the new heroes are carrying this forward now, but only because the original heroes made it possible.
Please.
And that these kids who will themselves inherit the Star Wars mantle from Rey, Finn, Poe, Rose, and all our other current main players someday will absolutely still be holding Luke, Leia, Han, and the rest in admiration just like they did. A thank you to the fans for carrying on, and a thank you to the veterans for making it worth being carried on.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme, every
oh, Jesus.
The last one.
Yeah, at least that's what I got out of it.
You're an idiot.
You got some weird shit out of it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, she didn't even know these people existed, but clearly she was inspired, knew every step of them, and that's why she was able to do all these things. So she's not a Mary Sue. Anyways, moving on.
Oh my god, this is absolute damage. This is a damage control video. That's what this. And yes, AA. This is bullshit, and it's going into the toilet. So that's my closing arguments. John, closing thoughts on this video.
He basically seems to take the approach of like, I'm gonna go so extreme in the other direction that I'll like placate people or kind of get them to see my side, and it just ends up being completely nonsensical. It's not a thumbs up to the fans when you said most of the fans were Luke Skywalker in this film and he got shit all over and had to be told that he was wrong. Like, your entire video contradicts itself.
Evan, closing arguments.
All I really have to say at the end of this video, shows are weird.
Yes.
I thought you were just gonna end it with And it's just-
Honestly, I did plan on doing that, but I feel like for a 100 sub special, you're gonna need something a little more impactful. And honestly, it's just so devastatingly simple. Star Wars shows are just so fucking weird.
Simple fucking Bob. Oy vey. Well, now that
Bob is a Disney show.
Yep. Now, where is the next video I wanted us to watch here? I know it's somewhere in my list here.
While you find that, I'm going to go to the Louvre and as our British friends would say, and pour another drink.
The Louvre is a museum, John. You mean the Louvre. Anyway.
That's what I said.
No, you said the Louvre. You said the Louvre.
Yeah, you're hearing things, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. I heard what I heard.
Nah. I'm a backseat on this one. It sounded like you said Louvre.
What's that? I'm leaving. I can't hear you. Oh no.
All right. Well, but all right. So while John is taking his bathroom break, let me check up on the chat here. Yes, thank you. New York, Florida man. Thank you for the congrats. I did call it. It is damage control. Ha ha ha. And yes, John is actually going to the Louvre instead. Oh my god.
Movie takes plenty of pictures.
Yeah. Where the fuck is John?
Can't tell you.
All right, we're back in the back seat.
All right, John. I sent you the next video. It's by Comic Drake. That fucking idiot.
Uncharted Drake's Fortune.
No.
Oh damn.
So
Emma Frost.
Yes.
Odd face there.
All right, so folks, here it is. The next video. How much is Emma Frost's diamond form worth? This is just a plain old stupid video that I just thought would be worth a couple laughs at. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know how stupid, but Drake is kind of a fucking idiot. So let's just get on with it. But before we begin, let's just place our bets. How much are we going to bet that her diamond form is worth? John, how much you betting?
Ooh, that's a lot of diamond.
Was that a bite like a diamond?
So I'm wondering the thing that's going to determine my answer. If he's just talking about like the raw diamond, I'm gonna guess like 5 million or something. If you're just talking about like cutting it up into a bunch of rings or something. I'll say 5 million. If he's talking about bidding on Emma Frost, like a sexy diamond sculpture of Emma Frost that's like the real Emma Frost as a whole, then people will probably pay a lot more than that. I'll say like 15 million.
All right, Evan, what are you betting? How much do you think her diamond form is worth?
Well, if we're cutting her up and then distributing her as like rings and jewelry or whatnot, I say individually they'll be worth like 100 grand, 100K.
So overall,
because
how
it's
much?
coming from an actual Omega level mutant. But if we are betting or trying to put a bid on a frozen sculpture of Emma Frost, the actual person, Stefan frozen to be an exhibit for like a private gallery, I would probably pay $69 billion.
I'm gonna go further than y'all. I'm gonna go 100 billion. All right. All right.
She likes those Emma boobs. All right.
Yeah, all right, folks. Let's do it. Let's play.
Speaking of which, on the left, it looks like an Emma-gasm right now. Just like, oh my.
I think
1979. As an evil telepath with a passion for skimpy outfits, but she didn't gain her most iconic power.
I think she just has skimpy outfits. I don't know if she has a passion for them.
Kind of does, yeah. Anyway.
Until decades later, after surviving the mutant massacre on the island of Genosha. This
Sony
mutation
Wait a minute. Subliminal PlayStation advertisement right there.
Oh God.
Mute light? That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I shouldn't read into comics too much.
Yeah.
This secondary mutation allows for Emma's body to transform into solid organic diamond, which cuts off her psychic powers, but gives her super strength, durability, protection from psychic attacks, and by being made out of diamond, she is, by definition, her own best friend. But something I've been curious about for many years now...
That's not really... That's more like a metaphorical thing to say diamonds are a girl's best friend. I don't know if it's literally...
I am a material girl. Anyway.
This guy's like, look, I'm classy, but I also have a beard.
Yeah.
Is how much that diamond form is actually worth.
Hipster.
After all, Emma Frost is a woman of luxury, and I'm sure that she would be more than happy to flaunt her high price tag.
By the
Look,
way.
I'm not going to waste your time.
I can tell.
I sat down with a diamond dealer who's been in business.
They look like they go to the same hairstylist. You sat down with a diamond. Imagine this diamond dealer afterwards. He had to just be like, what the fuck was that guy's problem? After this guy left, he's just like, I can't believe. I hope he paid me this man a lot of money to put up with his bullshit for the probably hour that he was asking him questions.
Oh my God.
For over 50 years and crunched the numbers to determine that Emma Frost is worth $1,356,131,482.17.
All right, I was the closest, so I win.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. That's some bullshit. There's no way. That's like the GDP of fucking a very large nation.
Well, John, are you gonna doubt the master jeweler on this? What the hell, John?
I'm gonna doubt this man relaying that man's information, or that man is just entirely too pervy.
Refuse to believe
that.
Asterisk on that. So if you want to know the science and how we got to this point, well, that's what the rest of this video is.
Okay, good.
Hello and welcome to Comic Drake, where I talk about comic books. My name is Drake. Let's talk about it. Before we get too far into things, I want to give a quick thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Arena Club.
Sell out!
I have been collecting all... This is just a few of my binders. I finally started dipping my toes into the water made by collectors for
I'm skipping the ad.
I started dipping my toes into consumerism.
You can see exactly what cards are available along with the likelihood of pulling them. But here's your code, Comic Drake, and by using the code Comic Drake. Once again, big thank you to Arena Club for sponsoring the video. But now, let's get back to the value of a diamond.
I hope you're okay with that. I normally skip past advertisements when I'm trying to analyze.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. All right. Good. Okay. I wanted to check in with the actual person who's broadcasting this.
Yeah.
And is dictated by what is called the 4 C's: color, clarity, cut, and carat.
Cunt.
And right
wait, what?
It is going to be extremely difficult to
nice ass, Emma.
Calculate these because every artist depicts Emma's diamond form.
What? Why are they all posing? Stupid comic. Anyways.
She wasn't even made out of solid diamond originally.
What the hell is that,
She
Beast?
just
That's
had an
Beast,
organic diamond exoskeleton, and you can see her fleshy skin underneath it. But later in that same run, this was changed into the solid form that we know and love today.
Yes,
Not only
yes,
does it
we
look
know.
a lot
Artists
better
draw
visually,
Emma
but that means their
different.
value.
This is kind of
calculated here. It's going.
This is kind of the reason why you really shouldn't make this fucking video, because artists will always draw characters the same characters differently, right? So this right here proves that you shouldn't really be making this video all that much, because there's no quantifiable way due to the fact that the artwork is just constantly shifting based on who's drawing the damn thing. This is like, hang on, this is like trying to measure how much muscle mass the Hulk has. It's like the artists always draw him differently. So anyway.
Well, see, personally, what I would pay for Emma if I had infinite money and I was bidding for her against other people, you know, it would depend on if she was like, I'm sure in the modern comics, Emma just looks like a homely housewife or whatever. Like, I don't really like her hair here. I'm not going to pay nearly as much. And, you know, of course, tit size and everything like that. So, you know, the Gooner factor is not factored in here whenever he's talking about different designs.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And why is she wearing a glove here? She's not Rogue. Why does she care about touching
I
things?
think this is that stupid Hellfire Gala bullshit. Anyway.
I like how she has diamond earrings. Anyways.
Far more than skin deep. However, it means that everything from the color to the transparency to the smoothness of her diamond form varies from artist to artist, and each of them is going to affect her value in huge ways. So I combed over 2 decades worth of Emma Frost comics to try and get a solid idea of those common depictions. And I think that as you watch this video, you'll understand why we're confident in the numbers provided. And again, I even made sure to
That's whenever you're in the middle of a fight and you're like, oh no, please don't straddle me.
Phantom X was so
to
lucky right there. That guy.
He's actually like way more powerful than her, but she's got her thigh in between his legs, and he's like, I
don't think Phantom X is more powerful than Emma. I'm sorry, John. I don't think he is.
Oh, okay. That wasn't part of the joke, okay?
Anyway.
I was joking, not really fighting her because he doesn't want to get her off of him.
You were joking? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's right, damn it.
Anyway, moving on.
She's like invisible.
Understand why we're confident in the numbers provided. And again, I even made sure to get an actual jeweler involved for this.
Well, I'm sitting down with Danny Moorhead, the president of DiamondTrade.com. He's going to be taking over Emma Frost, and we're going to try to figure out how much she's worth.
Great.
So what exactly makes a diamond valuable?
There's natural diamonds.
I have to say, the water right by your screen and your keyboard, not a good idea. He's also got a Coke can right next to the keyboard there. It's open, it appears. And this guy's just a dumbass, so I can't trust his opinion on anything. Keep all that liquid right there.
John, you're just jelly because you came in dead last.
The value was determined by 13 characteristics where they're analyzed by the GIA laboratory, but it was controlled.
Oh, everybody knows they're corrupt as fuck.
And they forced
this is all big diamond
to accept their values and their product. So it was a controlled market. Today it's different because lab-grown diamonds are available, and their value is determined by what it takes to grow the material, polish it, cut it, certify it, and bring it to the United States or any country in the world where it's being sold. The 4 C's are color of the diamond, which can range in color from translucent white all the way to deep yellow and other colors as well. Clarity is defined as the nature of any imperfections that are in the diamond. The carat weight.
I hope he paid this guy a lot for this video because he's pretty much filling all the runtime now.
Yeah,
he's like, okay, look at this. What makes a diamond valuable takes up all the time until 6.5 minutes in.
Oh god, John, put it on. John, put it on 1.5. I feel like this video is gonna be a bit boring.
Just be happy I pay for YouTube Premium. You can get that. Oh wait, it's not that. Oh yeah, we can do an enhanced bit rate.
Whoa, whoa, nice graphics.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Is it weigh? And the last one is the cut. How much light does it reflect? How much scintillation? Well, a carat is, in diamond terms, is about the size of the
Ben Shapiro mode.
I mean, that diameter 6.5 millimeters would be the size
Slash
of
Destiny.
She's made of a lot of carats.
Like the auctioneer from Storage Wars.
What was that?
It's like the auctioneer from Storage Wars.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 35.
Thousands of carats.
So
how much is the value of a 1 carat diamond?
A 1 carat diamond in a natural stone in a GH color VS1 would sell for in the neighborhood of $6,500.
A 1 carat diamond would be $6,000.
Yes.
The math on this is gonna suck.
The math is gonna be what it is.
Okay.
There was a blue diamond at auction at Christie's, but it was the rarest, biggest blue ever found in the world. And actually, I don't remember the carat weight.
Beautiful blue diamond.
And so it went from in the millions and millions of dollars. So this
Okay, yeah, that's definitely setting the stage for how expensive she's going to be. Marvel over the years has been releasing their official handbooks of the Marvel.
Now, what if a
They give all
pervert is
the staff
bidding on her?
characters, like, you know, the X-Men Cyclops, right?
Sure.
You know, he shoots the laser beams. Turns out that's not how it works. Turns out his eyes are actually like interdimensional
actually,
portals to
they're
an alternate universe of pure concussive energy. So he just
not that.
We don't need to over-explain the powers.
Oh,
Jesus.
that's stupid bullshit. I hated that retcon with Cyclops' powers. It's like, oh, they're actually his eyes are portals to another realm, and he's shooting lasers from that other realm. Also, they're not also I know I just said they're lasers, but they're really not lasers. They're concussive beams. Anyway.
I just love how people have a problem with fucking midichlorians, but for some reason in the comics, we can go in and completely explain away every goddamn power that's ever existed with some science bullshit. And people are like, oh, well, actually, this is an interesting knowledge now. It's like, oh, but the Force having a little bit of explanation was just hereditary or heretical.
Also, yes,
damn.
Leo DiCaprio taught us how diamonds are worthless unless they've been smuggled up an African dude's ass. That is correct. Anyway.
What is the diamond?
kind of like punches people from a distance.
Wow.
They get into the nitty gritty.
Jennifer Connelly was hot in that movie.
It is impolite to ask a woman her weight.
Sure.
But we have it.
Good.
She weighs.
It's not. They should have to put it on dating apps.
Whoa. You're not supposed to ask a woman's weight. What the hell, Comic Drake?
Also, 144 pounds. I don't really care what your weight is if you look like that. I'm not going to ask that woman her weight. Like, what?
Yeah.
She's obviously solid, no fat.
Yeah.
So.
But 436 pounds when she's transformed into a diamond. 1 kilogram is equal to 5,000 carats. So all we have to do is convert Emma's diamond weight into kilos and then multiply that by 5,000. And then, bam, we now know that Emma weighs an astounding 988,830.56 carats.
They just last month found a diamond in Botswana, and the rough stone weighed 2,500 carats, literally as big as my fist. This is a giant diamond. Well,
that's it.
Yeah, I mean, so 2,500
That's it.
carats.
Oh
And she
my!
weighs how many pounds?
Look at
Oh my
this.
gosh.
You
She
can't
weighs
believe
436
it.
pounds.
I
No,
think
let's
he's
know what it costs
deliberately overreacting. Like, look at the Did you guys see the way he's reacting? He's deliberately like overreacting. Oh my god.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, definitely yes. Anyway.
The thing is, this guy's saying it's like all bullshit market anyway, because you know, basically it's going up exponentially with how big the diamond is, but that's not going to go on forever. And I feel like they're going to calculate it as if that goes on forever.
No.
But it would be in the trillions.
Oh, no, we're calculating it.
Okay.
From the pages that I've been showing you that like stands out, anything worth noting?
I want to meet her.
Why are all these pages sticking together?
Oh my goodness, that is such an sensational.
Did this dirty
person.
old man
If she
just
can
say
exist
he
in-
wants to
if
meet
she can exist
Emma?
in
What the
cyberspace,
fuck?
she would be one-
This is why he says she's worth so much. He's like, I'd pay $1 trillion for her anyways. Is she
I'd
real?
buy that for $1. Anyway.
Oh, Marvel Rivals.
I hate her Rivals
Show the
design.
Gooner skin, you coward. Show the Gooner skin, you coward.
Generally, diamonds are rated on a scale of D to Z, from colorless to yellow. However, diamonds are available in a whole slew of other colors, which are known as fancy colors, and specifically, blue diamonds are extremely rare. It's worth noting that even a tiny amount of color can have a huge impact on value, and to help track that,
Is
the
he
fancy
gonna
colors
say
have
that
their own
she's
rating scale, ranging
blue?
from light to fancy vivid. Across more than 2 decades worth of comics, Emma's diamond form is most commonly depicted as blue, sometimes so blue that she looks more like Iceman than a crystal gem. I mean, seriously, if you were just hopping into the Marvel comics without a lot of knowledge, I would not be surprised if you thought that Emma Frost was an ice character, and this is an ice form like Iceman. Yes, of course some artists have depicted her as the traditional colorless diamond, but there is no denying that for the majority of her appearances, she's blue. Dabu D, Dabu Die.
Since diamonds come in every color in the rainbow, the one that we get most requests for would be clear white, but yellow would be next in line. But there's also blue, which we have an example of right here.
How rare is a blue diamond?
So rare that it's incredible.
Really?
Because in nature, it's just
I
not
didn't realize
for
the
diamond.
guy on the right, he looks a bit like a virgin version of Bosch.
Yes.
The one that's not into horse porn.
Yes.
It's yeah, I feel like it's just these two perving out over Emma Frost at this point, but we'll keep going.
Not blue, but there's certain characteristics have to be present for the diamond to turn
blue. That's
so her being blue would really affect the value, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, her value.
Yes, very interesting. Why are all these pages sticking
So what are
together?
the qualities that would make a diamond turn blue in the first place? You said that there is like a
Because they're
specific
stained
like,
with
chemical
his
makeup?
gum.
Well, in nature, it's extremely rare.
Yes, that was the. Thank you for explaining the joke, Backseater. I'm glad. God damn it.
So much for subtlety.
Yes, you lit up my lightsaber. Oh, he's talking about his erection.
would be boron in the depths of the earth inside of lava, but it does occur along with nitrogen and other impurities. But if boron is present, you have a chance to make a blue. Today, we sell mostly lab-grown diamonds, and when you introduce boron into the vessel that makes a lab-grown diamond, you can control the blue.
Okay,
This
so generally
video
the color,
sure
if
is
you're
a
looking at between a light
boron.
blue and a dark blue. I guess like meeting somewhere in the middle would make the most sense.
Probably. What I find, and I sell quite a few blues, is that blue bonnet blue, that in the middle.
This guy kind of sounds like Dr. Phil. Does anybody else notice that?
Yeah,
He's
kinda
like, what I
does.
find, what you need to do is reassess your life. You're asking me these stupid questions.
Is the
Now, where can I meet this Emma Frost?
I need to get this Emma Frost in my life.
Hi, Hyperceptor. We're watching two horny assholes talk about how much Emma Frost is worth. There we go.
They just cut away, and it's just these two panting, and like all the pages are gone, and they're just like, all right, so what are we talking about?
Where would this blue fall on there?
I'm going to say probably, in positive thinking terms, fancy vivid.
Clarity is another quality that's a bit difficult to pin down. This is tracked on a scale of included to flawless, which denotes how clear a diamond is. Again, while there are some depictions of Emma that have her completely transparent, the majority of her appearances give her a sort of cloudy clarity. I mean, hell, sometimes it doesn't even look like diamond, but rather metal, like someone like Colossus. But that is definitely out of the ordinary. She is absolutely transparent to a degree, as shining a laser through her body in order to magnify the attack is one of her best moves.
I just love that panel.
What?
It's like, how do we
Is
get
that-
a sexy
hang on,
pose worked into this story?
Oh, fucking Iron Man.
That's a metaphor for he's shooting his load all over him.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
I like how she's wearing glasses too.
Yeah.
Body in order to magnify the attack is one of her best moves. But although some depictions might give her internal textures,
Oh,
it's just
what
not
a
the norm.
terrible
She
art.
looks like she has a
Yeah.
consistent cloud. Can you tell me about like how cloudy she is and like what these imperfections could be called?
It looks like clouds because a diamond can.
You know what? Just the bob haircut or whatever that is, it does not work for her. Oof.
Yeah.
Have a group of microdots that, if clumped together, could be represented on a certificate as a cloud.
Definitely, you would agree that she's cloudy because we see very few depictions where she is completely
Yes,
translucent.
yes.
Sure.
What would that be called then?
Let's call her VVS2.
VVS2. What does that stand for?
Extremely
I don't
fine,
know.
but a few little imperfections.
Okay. Now, cut is easily the trickiest C to figure out.
I'm making it up to see what the hell you'll fall for.
Extremely fine, but a few little imperfections. I feel like that's code for something. You know what I'm saying, guys? Anyway.
I do. Oh, now we're talking about proportions. We're really getting into some things here.
Yeah, now we're getting to the big stuff here, folks. Yeah.
I think Emma has perfect proportions. She's worth $1 trillion easily.
Minus the sparkles through precise geometric angles. But it doesn't matter if an artist draws Emma as smooth or
Oh,
polygonal,
another bad one. What is that?
because no matter what,
There's a good one.
Remarkable assets when you say.
What's that?
Remarkable assets when you say.
Yeah.
She's got like a little fur coat thing going on here. I don't know
Yeah.
what that's about, but other than that, I like it.
possible to figure out Emma's cut because as a living, breathing person, her cut changes every time that she moves, and there is just no way to accurately measure it. To make things easier, though, we're just going to give her the best cut value that we possibly can.
The cut is probably the most important characteristic because if the cut of the diamond is perfect or close to perfect, the diamond will reflect the greatest amount of scintillation and brilliance. So she looks pretty brilliant to me.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're curving out again.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent cut.
Excellent.
Okay, so this number is entirely based on the fact that this guy has a boner right now. he's worth $1 trillion or something. I don't know.
Oh my
I'm
God.
fucking gonna go jack off.
We got the 4 C's.
Yeah, you do.
Now that we've got the 4 C's, it's time to start crunching the numbers. The blue diamond that Danny
There's only one C that guy's thinking about, and
Yeah.
it ain't any of the ones that he mentioned.
No. Oh my God.
earlier is the Golconda blue. And just like how he labeled Emma, it is a fancy, vivid blue, excellent cut diamond and weighs in at 23.24 carats.
So I thought he said Wakanda blue for a second there, but he
I thought the
actually
same
said
exact thing.
Sanyodava. Oh my God.
Is in at 23.24 carats. The
Galconda.
auction is estimated that it's worth between
Galconda.
35 and $50 million. So all we have to do is divide those by the 23.24 carats, which gives us this range. Now we multiply that by Emma's carat weight, and that gets us between 1.5 and $2.1 trillion. However, that is a flawless diamond. And as established earlier, Emma is a cloudy VVS2 diamond, which is about 25% less valuable. So that means that this is the new price range. If we average that out, it gives us the $1,356,238,131,438 figure that I mentioned at the top of the video. But that would only be the case if Emma was a naturally occurring diamond. A lab-grown diamond has the exact same chemical makeup as a natural one. The only reason why a natural diamond is more valuable, though, is because they're more rare. Every time that Emma diamonds up, she is growing her form. And at least from my perspective, that makes her the definition of a grown diamond. And Danny totally agreed with me on this. Every diamond is different depending on its cut, the clarity, everything. But is there a general way, if we take a natural diamond and a lab-grown diamond of exact same qualities, what is there like a ratio of what the lab-grown would be worth in comparison?
Yes, I would say that the lab-grown, in general terms, is going to be 80% to 90% less expensive than a natural.
80-90% less expensive. Yes. And it would make a lot of sense for her to be lab-grown because of that vivid blue.
It would make ultimately the ultimate sense because she would be impossible to make in nature.
Yeah.
I just got to say it just would not happen. But under the right circumstances, with the right scientists, she could be duplicated in lab-grown, provided you had.
This guy's thinking about how to make Emma Frost right now.
Yeah.
He's like, under the right circumstances, we could do it. Look, he's making that face.
Hold up, everybody. New York, Florida man just looked up diamond prices. His math isn't mathing. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Wouldn't shock me.
No shock there, yeah.
Vessel big enough to handle the rough that she's going to be made from. So, is it possible? You know, if you had a lab-grown HPHT machine the size of this building, we could make her.
That's insane.
But it's going to take the national debt to create that, and you're going to have to pay all those scientists.
So basically, Emma will bankrupt the entire country if we try to make her. Good to know.
But if we do make her, we could do a lot of things. She's made of diamond. It doesn't matter how well used she is. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Giant number.
You heard it here first, folks. Not many people can handle Emma Frost.
Hail the Briscoe!
I tracked down listings for
exactly. Of course, he makes a sub-ass statement like that.
Yeah, what a cuck.
No, I couldn't handle her. Let's not make her. Oh, jeez.
Hey, that's pretty good reviews. 5 stars after 2,266 reviews.
Damn, son.
It was very shiny, just as I said.
Yes.
Honest pricing, lifetime warranty, 30-day returns. What? What? Lifetime warranty? What about if it cracks? I don't know.
What Danny labeled Emma as an excellent, fancy, vivid blue VVS2 diamond. And after averaging multiple listings together, she would be worth around $711.73 per carat. Multiply that by her carat weight, and that gives us a final total of $703,780,374.47. That is still a lot of money and a whole lot more than my entire net worth, but
Hold on. That number was closest to John's. So that means John wins! Oh, man.
Yes.
John fucking stole the victory from me. What the fuck, Drake? Fuck you, Drake. Fuck
I never
you.
doubted myself.
Fuck you. Oh my god. This was absolutely rigged. Fuck you. Alright, fuck it. I'm done with fucking Drake. Let's get on.
Oh my god, the crowd loves me. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Oh my god. Let's get to the next fucking video now. I'm so fucking done now. The whole fucking
not nearly as crazy as I expected. It was interesting to you. I at least learned a hell of a lot more about.
Okay, yeah, he's just plugging his future shit.
All right,
I thought maybe you'd have something interesting.
My day is ruined. Absolutely, the whole fucking special has been ruined. Okay, what is the last fucking? All right, so now let's finish this off with the fight with my arch enemy. The guy who who my channel wouldn't be here without. It's Ant.
I don't like you, but also, damn it, I don't respect you at all.
But damn it, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. All right.
You complete me.
Yes. All right, John, there we go. We are going to figure out why
With the recent cast.
So yeah, so Ant's video here, it's a bit old, but it's keep Spider-Man out of Avengers Doomsday. So right from the get-go, what do we think of this, like, title and idea of Spider-Man not being in Doomsday? Because as we all know, in this stupid-ass fucking chair thing they had to hype everyone up, they didn't have Tom Holland there, Spider-Man wasn't there. What do we make of Spider-Man not being in Doomsday? I'll just say right now, I don't give a fuck. I've checked out of Marvel. I've checked out of the MCU. As we all know, Sentinel Comics is my favorite comic company. So what do you two think?
I'm open to the idea. And here's my personal take on the things. Here's my personal take. I would include Spider-Man in Secret Wars, and when they do the whole reboot, have Spider-Man be the only one who remembers all that goes on in like the old MCU. So Spider-Man Brand New Day is literally about him adjusting to this new timeline.
So like Psycho Pirate from Crisis, basically.
In a way, yeah.
I'm trying to think
with Spider-Man being the only hero in a new timeline, which is, new. It's like the regular timeline, except the big thing is that there are no Avengers. So that way,
just
center the new MCU around Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men. Maybe bring the Hulk in there, have the Hulk form be the only one to remember Spider-Man and the old MCU timeline as well, and that's why he's so angry. He is confused and vulnerable on why everything is so different.
Oh, just the Hulk, not Bruce Banner. Okay.
Yep.
John, what do you think?
I'm kind of with you where I don't give a shit. I was just thinking like, oh, Channing Tatum. Why are they putting the actors' names? Then I remember they did that for all of them, because this is a classic symptom of the fucking modern MCU fan, where it's like it's all just about squeezing in characters, squeezing in actors. And they don't give a shit about the story. It's like Spider-Man could work in here or he could not. The fact that they decided to reveal this by showing a bunch of actors' chairs is very telling as to where they are. They're just like, you like this random thing? Let's show more of that. That means it's good, right? You don't need to hear the script at all.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with it here.
Announcement for the new Avengers Doomsday movie. I want to take some time to talk to you all about my thoughts on the movie, and specifically a couple casting omissions. I mean, obviously it's a big cast. We got Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart coming back, Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. I'm very excited about that one. We got
I bet you are.
Yeah. He says, I'm coming myself, in fact. Just like Alan.
I am super shocked that they managed to bring back Sir Patrick Stewart after the abysmal way he was treated in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, he was saying he did all this press tour and all this shit after Logan came out, where he was like, oh, I was holding hands with Hugh Jackman in the theater saying, oh, I'm so at peace now. Like, that's a perfect send-off for my character and everything. And then he fucking came back for Multiverse of Madness. And I just thought immediately, yeah, it should have been the end. Why did you do this? Like, that was the send-off.
And the crazy thing is, he was so confused about the whole multiverse thing, and he had no one to act with because it was all fucking green screens, that he actually went into one of his trailers or something and cried.
It's a repeat of Ian McKellen in The Hobbit.
Yeah, he was so disgusted and aghast on what was going on and what he signed up for that he didn't know how to react.
It's like they torture these old actors with their green screen and tennis ball. That's where, like, Ian McKellen did that on The Hobbit, where he's talking to a bunch of like tennis balls at a table instead of real people, like in Lord of the Rings, and he's just like, oh, Peter, I can't do it anymore. And they fucking film this and put it out. It's just like, why are you torturing these old men?
Just let him rap.
Yeah, or give them some actual material to work with. If you are going to bring them back, at least care more than like, oh, we got the name, guys. Who gives a shit after that? We got him to sign on. Old sucker. Century Robert Reynolds. Oh, Louis. Oh, yeah. That's right. Bob. Yeah. Another cringe Bob to go with the
I am just so aghast at how they made this fucking Century into this fucking joke-ass character, Bob.
It's incredibly telling that they have to put their character names in parentheses because nobody's gonna remember who the fuck anybody is. Like Letitia Wright, we have to say that she's Black Panther now. And Simu Liu, because everybody's gonna go, who the hell is that? Oh, that's Shang-Chi. Remember that movie that was a total hit that we totally made a sequel to because it was such a hit? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Danny Ramirez. Don't forget he's the Falcon now, guys. We have to put him as his name / the Falcon because he's so iconic in the role. Oh God.
Remember when Marvel meant something I do too.
Yep, I do. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Remember when actors got famous off their Marvel roles rather than trying to bring in famous actors to pull people to Marvel?
Yeah.
Lineup for the Avengers, which includes a Paul Rudd, a Chris Hemsworth, and all those guys. No big surprises, but there were some omissions. There's no Scarlet Witch, there's no Doctor Strange, no Hulks, no Hawkeyes.
She-Hulk failed so bad they couldn't even pretend.
Yeah.
And what's his face? Mark Ruffalo is even done with this. He's too busy being at fucking No Kings protests, and Benedict Cumberbatch or
Thank you,
Beneficial
Harry
Cucumber
Lemon.
Patch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beneficial Cucumber Patch was like, oh, fuck no. I ran off into the multiverse with a three-eyed lady. I'm done.
Yeah.
No Iman Vellani.
Even Benedict fed up after
Oh yeah, after Multiverse of Madness. Yeah.
But most.
And let me tell you something, and this is the fact, I met Sam Raimi, and the lady who was handling him straight up said to us, do not talk to him about Multiverse of Madness. It just puts him in a bad mood for the rest of the day.
That says everything you need to know.
What are you talking about? All the shill said that was a total Sam Raimi movie. Sam Raimi had complete creative control. Sam Raimi's attitude totally came through, guys. It wasn't run through the Feige filter at all. No, sir.
Spider-Man.
What does Ant have right here? Is that a bunch of Sailor Moon little figurines on top of a book?
Yeah, he's a Sailor Moon fan. So, because of course he is.
The fact that he literally has them standing, it's like the cheapest looking merchandise just to stand on top of, I think, Berserk. It's like very kind of, I don't know. It's like a weird
Very
design.
telling.
Oh.
Very telling, yes.
Ant looks high as fuck in this picture, by the way. He's like, whoa, dude, what's going on?
Yeah.
We got a Namor. We don't got a Spider-Man.
Namor, you
because
fuck.
of all the franchises that Marvel has under their belt, the biggest is Spider-Man. Nothing comes close to Spider-Man's popularity.
By the way, could he beat Batman's villains?
They including him in Doomsday, the film that's going to relaunch the MCU, especially considering that one of the most successful post-Endgame projects was Spider-Man No Way Home. And one of the other few big successful over $1 billion success films after Endgame was Spider-Man Far From Home. Two of the biggest projects post-Endgame were Spider-Man stories. So what gives? We tease Spider-Man coming up. We have the little symbiote suit lingering in there. You know, we got some stuff. We got some space to bring in Spider-Man. So why didn't they do it? Well,
because Marvel hates Spider-Man.
There is a reason why they probably.
Because they don't own Spider-Man, Sony does. And also Ant's coming right here. Anyways,
God. I swear to God. I swear to God.
They needed to work out a separate.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry,
I
John,
swear I'm not planning these pause faces.
No.
But like they had to work out a deal in order to get Spider-Man even extended. Because remember, they said like there's gonna be no more. This was like a story for like a day or two, because Marvel, Disney, and Sony basically couldn't come to an agreement after, I forget if it was after Far From Home, I think it was like the second one. They were like, we're all out of contracts for Tom Holland, and we're not going to be able to have any more Spider-Man. Like, he's going to be separate now, and and there was a bunch of public pressure, and then they were like, oh wait, sorry, we worked out a deal. We're gonna, get a couple more movies with him and everything. But it's always worked out on a per movie kind of basis. So like, if they use up all of his appearances, he's done. And so they have to be very economical with how they use Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Because they basically work out a deal for a certain amount of movies every time that they extend him.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, it's one of the few they own Fox. It's like the only big Marvel character that they do not own still. So I'm sure they don't want to use him as much as possible.
And yes, New York, Florida Man, Doomsday is a really stupid name. What, Evan?
Even if Marvel wanted to just straight up buy Spider-Man altogether, Sony's going to ask for a crazy high price.
Oh yeah.
Companies do not want to give up IP. Just look at Microsoft in gaming. They're like, we're going to pay over the premium just so we can have these gaming IPs that we have nothing to do with. Just so we can own Doom because we know it'll make money.
Yep.
Didn't want to include Spider-Man. There's been a lot of discussion with Sony whether or not the film should be a multiverse epic like No Way Home or a smaller scale film that deals with the street level threats.
Who cares?
There's discussions of it maybe tying in with what's going on in Daredevil right now, with the Kingpin maybe playing a big role. I've heard rumors that Scorpion will be the big bad, that Black Cat will show up. Another one I just read about, that Chameleon is showing up. It's a lot of back and forth. But I think...
Have Black Cat be played by Sydney Sweeney and do the V-cut. None of this covered up shit like the PS4 game had.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And don't ever be a fucking lesbian. Don't ever be like, oh gosh, I'm gonna dress all conservative. It's like, she's Black Cat. She's meant to be like that, but Sony's not gonna take any of this advice. They're gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna have it be Bella Ramsey, and we're gonna wrap her in an apron.
Yeah.
No. Worse. Apparently, there's people online campaigning for Hunter Schafer to be Tom Holland's new love interest as Black Cat.
Jesus Christ. The same person who's pushed up as Zelda.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's a bad idea.
And the whole reason they want that is because so they could have a scene with Zendaya, so they could do a whole Euphoria Easter egg or something.
Oh.
I just remember everybody on the internet it shows what a fucking hive mind these people are, where they're like, oh gosh, she has to play Zelda. Anything else and we riot. It's just like, okay, so out of all the actresses, you're not even gonna have auditions just because this random ass person had one photo where they sort of posed like Zelda. Okay. Way to tank Nintendo with one photo and social media campaign.
Also, New York, Florida, man. Every single post-credit scene in Phase 4 and 5 went in a completely different direction, and it's all just cannon fodder. Yes.
We was Kangs. Whoa, let's all cheer in a stadium, and then we're all not involved in the future.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, it's good that Spider-Man isn't in the new Avengers film, both for Spider-Man and for the Avengers.
The new Avengers, that film already came out, Ant.
Now for Spider-Man, it's a little more obvious because Spider-Man is being reestablished. In the end of No Way Home, he wiped the world's memory of Peter Parker. He's essentially starting with a fresh start, and thus will have to be reestablished in this new post-No Way Home saga. We can't just bring Spider-Man
He can finally
back.
be free of Zendaya. Huzzah!
We have to reset him.
Yay!
This world to figure out where he fits in with all these other characters.
That is such a
Especially
weak
since there's a lot of
excuse.
younger heroes now, like Ms. Marvel, like Kate Bishop. How does Spider-Man?
Nobody wants Spidey to interact with those characters because they suck ass.
Here's how he would interact with him. He'd be like, nope, I got this. Thanks. Goodbye, annoying lady.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And further, housing.
I will give Marvel credit. I kind of like Kate Bishop, and I didn't like Ms. Marvel for a long time, but her comic appearances kind of grown on me. But Jesus fucking Christ, America fucking Chavez, Jesus.
Yeah, that bitch can fucking
Look,
die. Bury that gay.
I hear
Tackiest fucking character of all time. Like, she is fundamentally the worst character introduced in the MCU, like, ever. Like, her whole existence is a fucking contradiction.
Yes.
Well, and like Kate Bishop, I hear that she was super insufferable in the comics, but as far as like the Hawkeye show goes, she was okay until the very end where they had her like random, and it's not even anything to do with her character, but they have her randomly like beat Kingpin as soon as he's introduced. That's more of like how they portray the Kingpin criticism than anything to do with Kate Bishop. But like she actually showed reverence for Hawkeye. She actually got her ass kicked and needed to be trained and everything, and you know, had some explanation as far as the skills that she did have and everything like that. Like, and she got some things wrong. Like as far as like the Phase 4 characters, yeah, Kate Bishop is the most well handled.
New York
and Haley Steinfeld.
New York, Florida man
Go ahead.
says Ant sounds like he was circumcised twice.
They cut it all off the second time.
Yeah, that would explain a lot. Anyway.
I stuck it in a blender to show that I wasn't a toxic male.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, right.
We have to establish him as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man before we see why he even want to join the Avengers at all.
Bro, we already
Especially
fucking saw that. We don't
considering
need to see that shit again. All right, it's like fucking.
He went through a whole arc of joining the Avengers. Yeah.
It's like, I don't care if like the whole world had their memories of him wiped away. It's like, we don't need to see that shit again. It's just.
They went through a whole like 3-movie arc of like, you know, oh, is he gonna join the Avengers? Is he not? Oh, and now we're gonna wipe it all out. It's like Michael Scott with the gun in the improv scenes where it's just like wipes everything out and it ends the sucking scene.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, never mind, wipe it all out.
Yeah.
He had to really find his own place. He had to find his own identity. He had to find his own power within himself. So why
he did that at the end of the first movie? Oh God, O-Face.
No.
He had to do that at the end of the first movie when he said, "Come on, Spider-Man, come on," in Homecoming. Whenever he's like in his, you know, homemade suit and he's under the rubble and he's pushed. That was supposed to be his character arc in that movie. And then they keep recycling it, and now he wants them to recycle it again.
Whoa.
Like he already found himself several times.
Whoa. Hold on. New York, Florida, man. Holy shit, you guys have to see the new Ironheart behind the scenes trailer. It's all about being a black lesbian.
Oh, what? She's a lesbian?
She wasn't in the books. I know that for a fact. What the hell? Oh, we gotta watch that shit after this. Holy hell. Let's keep going.
Why would he?
I'd rather not.
I think
all right, never mind
audiences after No Way Home wanted to see a more grounded, street-level story involving Spider-Man anyway. So for Spider-Man,
you don't need to reset the multiverse to do that.
Being Spider-Man 4, it's a good option. I like that. We know he's coming back for Secret Wars, though, right? Like, we know that. It's probably going to be Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield back as well, and Hugh Jackman, and all the other guys missing. They're all going to be in Secret Wars. And there's going to be some characters who are going to be in Doomsday who haven't been announced yet. I'm sure Hawkeye will show up, for example. There's a rumor that She-Hulk right now is on location filming for
Jesus.
Doomsday.
There's a reason they don't want to advertise She-Hulk because they know that'll tank the box office right away. So they're like, no, we have to save it for a surprise in the second movie so that nobody has a chance to hear about it until we've gotten our opening weekend box office.
And New York, Florida, man. Why does Ryan Coogler talk like he's from The Wire? He does not have a hood pass.
Damn.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
But
taking a shot.
Avengers, I think the lack of Spider-Man is actually really beneficial, and I'm going to explain why.
Oh,
well, get to it. You're already a quarter of the way through your fucking video, and you're just now, whatever.
Spider-Man was not a team player. He would work with the Fantastic Four occasionally, yes, but he was never a figure you'd associate with the Avengers.
That's not an excuse to keep him out.
The new Avengers.
Hey, what's this sexy blonde number right here? Oh wait, that's Miss Marvel.
That's the real Miss Marvel. That's the real Carol right there. Also, I don't.
I forgot how good
Spider-Man being a solo character who's not really associated with any teams is not a fucking excuse to leave him out of a big-ass event with all their A-listers in there. Not a fucking excuse. I don't care. That's stupid. Anyway.
Hey, Backseater, perhaps could you elaborate on that for just like 30 seconds? I royally have to piss.
All right. Because it's like...
I'll be back in 1 second.
It's like, all right, it's like... Think of it this way, right? So, you guys ever played, like, a dream match fighting game where it's like all the fucking characters are in the game regardless of story sense? Usually non-canon, but usually it's like you got all the names there, possibly every single character who's been in the series thus far, and they're all just there to have a big old brawl. Story be damned. Imagine if, like... Let's say, like, we have a Mortal Kombat game like that. Like Armageddon was kind of like that. Let's say we have an Armageddon fucking... Let's say we have a Mortal Kombat game that's like more Armageddon, and fucking Scorpion isn't there, fucking, Quan Chi isn't there, fucking... like Sonya, it's like, fuck it, let's just randomly leave motherfuckers out of there. Like, it's like, does that seem legit to you? Does that seem legit? No, it fucking isn't. There's no fucking excuse to bench people for such a big ass event like that. No, it's fucking retarded.
Imagine if they did a Marvel vs. DC game. One of the biggest dream crossovers of all time.
Oh hell yeah.
And then during the announcement, it's gradually revealed, oh, Spider-Man's not going to be there because, he doesn't work well with others. He's typically a solo character.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Funnily enough, even back on the PS1 Spider-Man, they had to explain this away. Like, you land on the Fantastic Four's building and you collect one of the collectible comic books and that, and he's just like, oh, I wish the Fantastic Four were around here. Like, it works the opposite way, where they have to explain it away why he's not teaming up because they're trying to make a solo Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
Anyway. Lineup in the mid-2000s, following Avengers Disassembled and House of M. Before that, he was never associated with the Avengers beyond the casual team-up with someone from that team.
Casual team-up.
So, separating him further, already a good move. I like it.
Already?
But further with the MCU, it seems to me like they're trying to prepare audiences for multiple teams that exist alongside.
Oh, great. Let's spread them out. Wasn't Bob Iger's whole thing that we're going to consolidate a little bit, do less, and focus on quality over quantity? And also, how fucking dare you put Stan Lee in the middle of this graphic? Anyway. But now we're gonna have 6 different. We're gonna have the West Coast Avengers. We're gonna have the young Avengers. We're gonna have the new Avengers. We're gonna have the old ass Avengers for any actors that we can sign up to get the fuck back here.
We're gonna have the X-Men or the Fantastic Four from an alternative universe.
We're gonna have the transsexual men. Anyways. This is terrible graphic design. You have Spider-Man with the Iron Spider suit showing on. I hope this is fan made because this graphic is a mess.
I think it's fan made, yeah, but I really wouldn't put it past Marvel to legit make this.
This could be one of their posters because they're always just Photoshop nonsense on their posters.
Yes.
I like how they have Marissa Tomei in the sexy pose, like everybody always shows whenever they're like, "Oh, Aunt May just keeps getting younger."
The Avengers were the only significant team up of any superhero in the MCU. The Defenders don't count, and you know it. However,
those ain't the Defenders. Those were just the heroes for hire calling themselves the Defenders. Let's be real here.
And also, the Defenders show could have been good. I mean, I'm sorry that Daredevil was the only legit. Well, Daredevil and Jessica Jones season 1 were the legit good ones. Half of Luke Cage season 1, none of Iron Fist. And then they tried to combine them all as they were gradually fizzling out anyway, and it was we just got cheaper and cheaper.
Yes.
Which at least Netflix had the good sense to go, oh, we're going to reduce the budget. Yeah, pretty much. It wasn't and now they just look like the CW, but they also spend $350 million on everything. So it's the worst of both worlds, where it's we're going to look cheap as hell, but we're also going to spend a shit ton of money where we have to make $1 billion to break even. Oh, wait, we're stupid and we lose money. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Apart. Midnight Suns has been discussed for so long. I'm kind of shocked they didn't do that.
Oh, no one cares about the Midnight Suns.
Dude, they tried that in a video game. It failed miserably.
Yes.
Nobody even remembers that game came out because it was so horrible.
Oh, I do.
Forgot about it. I'm like Dragon Age.
I played it. I romanced magic in that game.
They only remember that game for the Deadpool DLC.
Damn.
Night. We're Wolf by Night.
But I will say, the Midnight Suns really could work. You just need to find the proper director.
Yeah.
How
who's involved?
They'll probably give Sam Raimi another shot if they actually give him creative control this time around. Or, and this is another name that people put forward for Thor 5, Robert Eggers.
Well, the problem is they burn that bridge as far as Sam Raimi goes. I feel like he's not going to believe them. Even if they say oh, I promise, Sam, we'll give you creative control. He's going to be like, no, I want that shit in writing. I'll sign on whenever it's in the contract that Kevin stays the fuck out of my room. And
If I
Go
were
ahead.
every director in Hollywood, I'd just be like, no, I'm not hopping on your sinking ship, pal. No.
See, Backseater, I would get on with some very specific clauses in that contract. I would be like, look, for one, I have completely creative control. For two, I actually have a Rochambeau clause for Kevin Feige in my contract, where if he comes on my set, I get to kick him in the nuts and make him leave. And if you put that in the contract, then sure, I'll sign on.
Yeah.
And it's like either the worst case scenario, they say no and you walk away, and the best case scenario, you get to kick Kevin Feige in the balls because he's inevitably going to come on the set.
Yeah.
And at one point in my contract, that both Kevin Feige, Michael Wardren, and Victoria Alonso must give me a 5-page apology letter for how bad Multiverse of Madness was.
See, I've always said this for the Star Wars thing, where it's like, what would it take? You're like, why don't you believe in it? I'm like, well, okay, here's how they could win me back. They have to declare everything they made non-canon. They have to issue an apology. They have to fire everybody involved, and then they have to reinstate the old EU, which I don't even know that well, but I know enough passionate people that I trust them. And I'd be like, okay, at that point, yes, I'd give them a shot. That's never gonna fucking happen, but at that point, I would give them a shot. Yeah, sure.
Anyway.
Well, shit. Now I'm trying to imagine how Star Wars are trying to bake Sam Raimi in to do a Star Wars movie.
They'd be like, oh, what would that be, like a Darth Maul or General Grievous kind of movie where you get all dark and body horror shit.
Or maybe like a Deathwing movie.
Ooh.
Deathwing, or was that the right term? Is that the right name for the novel series?
X-Wing.
X-Wing. That's it.
Darkwing Duck. Yes. Anyways,
for some reason I thought it was Deathwing.
No.
However, with the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, we're starting to see separate teams of characters start to form.
No, the Fantastic Four came out in 2015, came out in 2005. They came out like they're always been a separate team. That's like saying the Guardians of the Galaxy is a separate team from the Avengers. Like, no, whenever they had an Avengers movie, the Guardians just went into the fucking Avengers. Like, this is not a sign of 60 million teams forming. Like,
separate team-ups of characters that allows you to make your big team movies without needing to, say, set up 15 different smaller heroes first. Add to that the X-Men. The X-Men are by far one of Marvel's most successful team franchises to date. It was really what kicked off the superhero franchise craze back in 2000. Before Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, there was the X-Men. In the 90s, there were so many X-Men team-up books that you couldn't even go to.
And before the X-Men, yeah, there was Blade. It was like what, 98, and then before Blade, there was the Batman movie. Like, there's little lulls. That doesn't mean that it just like full stopped and there was no interest. Obviously, eventually something was going to be successful as special effects advanced, and Spider-Man was in production and being made at like the same time that the X-Men was. They came out 1 year apart. Like, come on.
Complex chop without finding like 10 or 15 new ones all on the stand right there. And with Deadpool and Wolverine, it's clear audiences want more X-Men stuff. So yeah.
No, the Deadpool movies, they were deconstructionists to start with. So people wanted them to shit on Disney and Marvel and the multiverse shit, which that was the main criticism with Deadpool and Wolverine, was they leaned too far into the Loki shit and the TVA and all that. And then it was banking a lot on the nostalgia of having Hugh Jackman come back one more time, because at the end of Logan, which was 2017, and then Deadpool and Wolverine came out, what, 2024 or 2023, 2024. But anyways, it was a significant amount of time later. So it was like, holy shit, we're getting Hugh Jackman back. Like, it was the same nostalgia as No Way Home, you know? It was like, the old actor was coming back for one more round.
One
They're
last
bring in the old X-Men crew. Probably.
Michael
do
Jordan.
Something where, following Secret Wars, the X-Men are more integrated into the MCU timeline in some way. Maybe some incursion, shenanigans.
No one cares
I'm sure
anymore,
that guys
bro.
like Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds will come back for future films, but
does anybody give a shit about incursions? No. Like, if they never mention the word incursions, do you think anybody's gonna be like, well, they really left that incursion plot line? No, nobody's gonna say that. Nobody gives a shit because they've done the multiverse 10 different ways at this point where they're like, oh, Spider-Man No Way Home, we have the multiverse. Oh, look at all these Spider-Man villains vaguely outlined in the skyline. Oh, Loki, we have the multiverse. Look at all these branching time. Oh, look, Ant-Man and the Wasp, we have the microverse is a different timeline. They've done it 20 different ways. They've tried to set it up. They've cut it off every single time. They're a complete mess. I'm sorry. Like, they've destroyed interest by never fully committing and never fully extrapolating on anything.
Older performances by, say, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, you might be able to switch them out with younger cast who can last for the
Jesus.
MCU.
That's it?
After filming, I thought of this.
We're just gonna age swap?
Oh, not the champions. Everyone hates them.
What the fuck? Is that Sam Wilson, Captain America there on the left?
Hold on.
Looks like a darker fellow.
I think it's Patriot. I think that's Patriot. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, that is Patriot.
It's Patriot. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm a hashtag fake fan.
No, it's fine.
These
Patriot
chins or something. The women and the women have more chin than the men.
Yeah.
Look at what the is that a chick or a dude? I can't even tell.
That's
on the second from the right.
That's
Sam
Sam.
Alexander.
Yeah, that's the fake fucking Nova right there. Yeah.
What the fuck is that character design? They have a starfish on their head, and
well, John. To be fair, John, that's part of the Nova outfit. So yeah.
It's just like
it's ass. Yes.
Not sure what that is.
It's worse.
Yeah.
It's worse than worse than Richard Rider. Yes.
It's the facial design that's like really horrible across the board here. Like these chins and shit. It's like they're like square heads. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like really visually and aesthetically not pleasing.
This is what you get when you don't pay for top talent, folks. Yes.
Woof.
Writers coming on board to write scripts for a television show focused on younger heroes teaming up. You got Ms. Marvel, Stature.
Ant-Man's daughter, super genius, great at STEM. Kate Bishop, she's all right. We've discussed that. I feel like that's photoshopped or something. But anyways, Miss Marvel.
Is, yeah.
And then we got this dude who was thrown in at the end of She-Hulk for a fucking cheap laugh. Yeah, we got America Chavez. We've discussed her. And then is that fucking Ironheart or Shuri or
Williams?
I like how you pronounce that.
Yeah.
Oh God. So pretty much just keep Kate Bishop and axe the rest of this shit.
and what Ant does not
team to work together on.
What Ant does not fundamentally understand is that no one cares about any of these characters. Literally nobody.
Even America Chavez's own movie didn't care about her. They had her fight the Scarlet Witch for a few seconds before Doctor Strange convinced her to kill herself.
Yeah.
It was like America Chavez was like, I discovered my power. Oh, but I still lost. Okay, she killed herself. Never mind. Like,
and the funny thing is, and let me tell you the story. Let me tell you an actual story. Even the demographic that Marvel, try to cater America Chavez to, don't give a fuck about her. That's Latino family. Came to my theater for Multiverse of Madness.
You mean Latin?
And we had these.
I said you mean Latin X. Don't be a bigot.
Oh please, no one really cares. Anyways, we have like these little figurines, like Funko Pops of Strange, Wanda, and Chavez. And at the test, I put the Chavez figurine on the cup. The little kids kind of looked at it, and they looked at each other. And I went to get the popcorn, and they kind of slid the cup back to me and says, "Do you have Wanda instead?"
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that Star never even said a line in the MCU.
No.
Like Hulk just said like, this is my son Scar, and they just threw it in as a fucking throwaway joke.
let's make the character who is the star of the big wham shot after the end of the World War Hulk storyline. Yeah, let's make him a gag. It's so fucking.
You fans are so stupid, bro. We got you.
Oh my god, moving on.
Ron, and Kamala Khan especially, being set up as a new mutant.
What is it? Female Wolverine there? What's that all about? Oh, is that what's her face?
That's X-23, yeah.
X-23, yeah. NYX.
Yes.
Who's the green dude?
I think that's Anna. I think that's Annalay.
Looks like Beast Boy from Teen Titans, but I know it's not because that's DC. But,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And who's this dude? He just looks like a dude with glasses.
I want to say, I don't know. I want to say that's Sync, but I could be wrong. I generally have no idea who that guy is.
What a loser team. Oh my god. This movie would make negative 500 million at the box office.
You pay us to watch it.
Yeah, holy shit. Please make this movie, Marvel. I want to see if it can make even $1 million.
Let me check who that guy was.
Nobody knows who the fuck any of these people are.
I'm looking up on the Marvel Wiki.
I will say, I want to feel bad for most of these young actors and actresses attached to these roles, but at the same time, I kind of don't.
Yeah.
Because they knew that this was probably going to be a dumpster fire in the near future, and yet they still kept signed on to it.
Yeah. It's Prodigy. That is it Prodigy? Hang on.
Oh.
It's Prodigy, yeah. All right.
Also, I love the title. It's so redundant. It's like From the Ashes, which already implies like it's a reboot, and then dash a new beginning. It's we get it. It's a reboot.
Well, From the Ashes was the name of an event that happened recently, so there's that. Anyway.
And then they also have number one. It's like 3 different signals that it's a reboot. We get it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus
can
H.
easily
Lucas.
slide into X-Men stories as needed.
No one wants her to. Not even her dumbass fans want her to be a mutant. So just have her fuck off, please.
I love the pause faces, but yes.
Just one team of many in the MCU, as opposed to the only team worth discussing.
He's really obsessed with this multi-team concept.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, right? They're still around. The Guardians of the Galaxy showed up in Phase 2, came back in Phase 3, and ended their run in Phase 5. Bypassing Phase 4, but that's another story. But Avengers Infinity War...
No, it's not another story. It's just that they had way too many fucking movies and phases.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.5. And, additionally, after Civil War, the Avengers as a team crumbled. Yes, they came back together for the Endgame movie, but that's not really a full unity of a team, considering the 2 of the members that founded the Avengers would pass on, and Cap would retire. So 3 of the core founding members retired. And Hawkeye, well, he's already kind of training his protege in the MCU. And Thor, well, Thor's just doing Thor things, so he can come back whenever he wants, clearly, as you can see with this film. However,
no one wants.
In other words, if they can pay Chris Hemsworth enough to embarrass himself again, then yeah. But he clearly doesn't want to do the workout anymore, so I'm sure that they'll get rid of all the shirtless scenes.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
I mean, Marvel already seemed determined to do Thor 5, but I will give them a plus. They got rid of Taika Waititi.
Good.
There you go.
I don't really give a shit. I'm way too cool for school anyways. This stupid comic stuff.
That the core Avengers aren't coming back, really. You gotta set up other teams in the process. Other teams
Why?
Pressure off of the...
Why the fact that the Avengers are retiring, do you have to set up like 3 separate teams in order to replace? Like, how about just one team? How about just the replacements? How about passing the mantle, honoring the legacy? No?
Honestly, if it were up to me, I would just say, like, we're not replacing the characters. We're just recasting the actors. If I were in charge, that's what I would do. Oh my god,
would be the best option.
we can avoid so much of this stupid fucking hassle of needing to find new main characters to replace Iron Man and Captain America as the leads if they just recasted Tony and Steve. Oy vey.
As I said, after Secret Wars, do the whole reboot. Maybe keep one or two guys, like say Tom Holland.
Well, you know,
have him remember what happened in the old timeline.
Well, Evan, I wouldn't even bother with this stupid fucking reboot. I'd just say phases 4 and 5, non-canon. Just fuck everything in those movies. No one cares if they're non-canon. Everyone just wants to see those phases burn. So just start over with a new phase 4 with like all the main characters still alive but recasted. That's just what I would do.
To be honest with you, you could redo that in story where like you just rewind the timeline and they say like it all started to go wrong here.
We don't even need to make it like an in-story event. We can literally just say it's not canon now and just fucking throw it in the bin. But no one wants to fucking do that. It's literally the easiest option in the world and no one fucking wants to.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm saying like even if they have to appease like the egos of the executives or whatever in charge, they could just say like, "Oh no, guys, it makes sense in story. Like we'll just I'm basically saying like do the exact same thing that you're suggesting, but in a way where it could actually get done because it wouldn't hurt the ego of all the people that control everything."
Exactly.
Like basically in a clever way where it's like, oh no, Bob Iger, you didn't totally fuck up everything. We're just gonna rewind everything, I swear. You know.
Anyway.
But yeah, I think we're basically saying do the same thing. We're like eliminate all that bullshit and reestablish the characters. And if you're gonna do a mantle pass, you do it in a respectful manner. We mentioned it with Hawkeye. That was somewhat respectful, where it's like, okay, you can do it. You just have to like not do this lazy shitting on everything. Yeah, it's just lazy as fuck whenever you're just like, I'm going to make my own thing. It's going to be iconic. Anyways, I'm going to make an Iron Man suit, which is totally like Tony Stark's, but also I'm going to be totally disconnected from Tony Stark and not give a shit about him. And I just want to live off the IP. Anyways.
Anyway.
The Avengers to be the sole anchor of the MCU. The Thunderbolts, I think, are the first step in that, as are the X-Men. As
Thunderbolts ain't the first step in shit.
And Spider-Man is on none of those teams.
I mean, that's a pretty clear indication.
Damn, Sue Storm looking fine there. Anyways, yeah, Spider-Man with the Fantastic Four #1. Oh,
yeah.
Look at that. Why is Sue Storm putting a shield over the thing? He's like the most invulnerable out of all these characters.
Oh no,
Put a shield around your goddamn husband.
No. She's using it to like ride, like she's using it to fly. She's using it for herself.
I got you. Okay.
Is that future Spider-Man productions will probably focus on Spider-Man more aligning with the Fantastic Four, like he does in the comics. You might see him interact with the X-Men.
Bro, don't act like the MCU's taking inspiration from the comics. We all know for years that the MCU doesn't give a shit about the comics. That's why they've adapted everything so fucking incorrectly. Get out of here with that shit. Oh my god.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm just reading this. And who are you? You need a new name for the new you. They're all taken. Spider-Girl?
Oh, it's Ultimate Spider-Man.
Then I got nothing. Ah, Jesus.
It's Ultimate Spider-Man.
Spider-Man dates Kitty Pryde for a time. So you're going to see that
Ultimate Spider-Man
more than the Avengers connection.
We don't want Spider-Man dating Kitty. We want Spidey with MJ.
Not
with brief cheating sessions with Black Cat. But anyway, a titty fuck don't count. Anyways.
Need the Avengers to be one of the greatest heroes in the Marvel universe. And in fact,
you want to know how I was introduced to Spider-Man back in the day? It was from the PlayStation 1 game where he was married to Mary Jane and he beats the shit out of Venom because he kidnaps Mary Jane in that game to lure Peter into working with him because there's other symbiotes being made, and he's like, "You kidnapped my wife," and he's punching the shit out of him. It's like, Parker, wait a minute. I swear, I was just trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
And so my whole introduction was that they were married and this was established, and everybody's like, "Oh, you can't do that because it alienates new readers." I'm like, I was literally a new reader who was introduced in Spider-Man being established and being married. It does not affect it. Obviously, I know there was some story before that. It was like the late 90s. I knew that the characters made in the 60s. It doesn't make any difference. Like, you can have characters advance their damn stories and develop relationships and be married and shit.
Yeah.
His team up should be something special. What I think future Spider-Man films can do is have the Marvel team-up mentality, where he shows up with a character from the MCU somewhere.
Dumps and Zendaya, that's the number one thing.
Where Doctor Strange showed up. But we don't need to have him be front and center in every Avengers story. You can spread him around. You can put him out wherever. He does not have to be a part of the Avengers teams. Because
bruh, Spotty being in an Avengers movie doesn't make him a member of the fucking team. It's like, you fucking
in
idiot.
Civil War, he was recruited.
It's like, you fucking idiot. It's like, again, dude, I hate to go back to the example I already fucking gave, but it's like, my guy, like, when you have a fucking event that's super fucking huge and has all the A-listers showing up, Spidey not being there is gonna raise some fucking suspicions. Like, no one will care if fucking Stingray doesn't show up for this movie, but people will care if Spider-Man ain't there. It's like, you stupid idiot. That's like if the WWE made a fucking big ass fucking crossover and all their A-listers there, but Undertaker isn't. Before he retired, I mean. So stupid.
It's the women's division without Nikki Bella's tits. I mean,
Yes.
Nikki Bella.
Yes.
In the future. The Fantastic Four, I think, need Spider-Man more than the Avengers need Spider-Man. And Spider-Man needs his best friend, Human
You're
Torch,
so obsessed with
way
these
more
teams. It doesn't matter. It's all the same universe.
The Avengers
Whatever.
should be a place with a rotating roster. And I think if we
I swear to God, if he was like, if he had like, oh, the Asgardian Avengers, and it was just the Warriors with Thor, he'd be like, oh, it's great multiple teams. It's just like, it doesn't matter the titles. Like, we're talking about the story in general. Like, why are you so obsessed with there being multiple teams? That's like your big thing.
I don't know,
switch
man.
out characters that are, say, less successful in their individual films, bring them into the Avengers, that will bolster
They're less successful in Phase 4. The individual films did great in
not
Phase
every
3.
MCU character should be front and center in the MCU. Moon Knight hasn't shown back up, but there's a place for Moon Knight. Moon Knight should come back. I don't know
Because
if it's in the Avengers.
his show is a failure.
Moon Knight is such a dark character. He's a tertiary character in his own universe. She-Hulk maybe shouldn't be part of the Avengers, though she can.
Because her show is a failure.
Yeah.
In conjunction with the Fantastic
Oh,
Four,
boy.
as she is.
Look, comic She-Hulk is great. Even from the little snippets I've seen, I know that she's great.
Yeah.
She ain't like her fucking show where she's just an obnoxious drunkard bitch.
No.
This is me calling her a drunkard. That's really bad. But like, holy shit. The She-Hulk show. Oh, anyways, yeah. No, the reason that these characters have not shown up is because the properties that they were involved in were failures, and I know you don't want to acknowledge that, but and you think it's some part of some grand plan where they're planning out all these future teams. No, they were failures, and that's why they haven't gotten a season 2. That's why Shang-Chi hasn't gotten a sequel. That's why all this shit has happened the way it has.
Yeah.
I also want to remind folks, in case they've forgotten, the woman, the head writer of the She-Hulk series, was the same lady that wrote the Pickle Rick episode in Rick and Morty.
That explains everything.
By tying in the Fantastic Four with the MCU, you bolster that team as one of the core pillars of the Marvel Universe. Post-Multiverse Saga, you're going to see a few pillars start to form. The Avengers will be one, yes, but they can't be an Avengers film every year. The Thunderbolts, I think, being
Jesus.
set up right
He wants
now
a team-up
as a
film every year.
counter to the Avengers.
He
But
wants a team of
Fantastic Four and
teams.
X-Men also will be as well as the cosmic universe. Now that Guardians of the Galaxy is done, what's going to replace that kind of cosmic perspective?
Oh, please don't say Silver
Could be
Surfer.
Nova Corps, could be Rocket Raccoon's new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Bro, the Nova
Who really
Corps
knows?
are not
But
big enough to carry their own fucking film, okay? No, that ain't happening. No.
They're just like cops, right?
They're
pretty much.
They're similar to the Green Lantern Corps. Not in terms of powers, but in terms of function. They're space cops, yes.
Yeah, they're not like individual enough, basically.
Unless you get Ryan Gosling to be Richard Rider.
Probably, but even then, no one gives a fuck about Nova. And I'm saying this as a fan of Nova. No one gives a fuck about him, alright? I'm sorry. Alright, and
Yeah,
Rocket...
like, there's just certain characters that work better as like part of a force, and they are the individual person that stands out more.
Exactly.
You don't need to make an entire team out of that force. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it's like, yeah, there's some characters who work better as members of ensemble pieces, and then there's characters who just work better, like, on their own. And so, yeah.
Remember when Fast and Furious tried to make individual spin-offs? It didn't work out.
No.
Hobbs and Shaw. That's like the only one I know.
A Fast and Furious film. Well, that's the only one they tried because it didn't work out. Yeah, it was like, that was my point. Is that like they were like Hobbs and Shaw? Oh, never mind. Fuck it. Fast and Furious again.
Yeah.
we got into the pillar. By establishing these,
They thought they had some because they got The Rock and
to better support
Jason Statham. You know what I mean?
Also, is Spider-Man not big enough on his own to be one of the pillars of Marvel? He already is.
I don't know what you're talking.
He already is in the books to begin with. He pretty much is on Marvel's Mount Rushmore, so I don't know what the hell you're on about.
Backseat, I know what you're talking about. Spider-Man has never had an individual game or movie that's been successful. I don't know. No way, man.
Yeah,
he could never survive on his own.
He's only ever shown up in Marvel vs. Capcom. You're right, John. Yeah.
Yeah. He was also in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but I'm not sure if he was even on the cover.
Nah, I don't think he was. They made a sequel, but I don't even think he was in that game. I don't even think Spider-Man was in the first ever Marvel game on Atari. I don't think so. No. Ugh. Anyway.
the brand's future. And of course, most important of all, the X-Men. The X-Men are going to be front and center everywhere. But how does this all tie back to Spider-Man? Well, Spider-Man is that nebulous little guy who can weave a web between all of them. He can bounce back and forth no matter what he wants to do. If Marvel needs to support one of their teams, if they're struggling, plug a Spider-Man character in there. Thunderbolts especially, if they choose to bring in the Green Goblin once again. Green Goblin does run the Thunderbolts for some time, Norman Osborn specifically. They can reincorporate Norman Osborn, even though he's not in the universe so far.
Dude, they've changed too fucking much from the comics that they simply can't do the comic storylines anymore. They've made so many alterations, they just can't. And part of the reason why I'm sorry, John. Part of the reason why I just think it's so stupid to bring in the X-Men Fantastic Four now is that they've been big ass pillars. I'm going to use answer terms. They've been big ass pillars in the MCU, in the Marvel comics for a long time, but the MCU was built without them, so just including them now is frankly just a case of too little too late. You can't put them in no matter the fuck what. You can't just shove them in, like, reboot or retool or not. It just can't be done without just coming across as super awkward and forced. I'm sorry. Anyways, John, what were we gonna say?
Just that it's so sad the state that we've got in, because I remember I used to be like, oh, if they got Leonardo DiCaprio to play Norman Osborn and he was like, doing some verbal spars with Robert Downey Jr. as like a fellow executive, and then they introduced him into a Spider-Man movie that way. And like they could have done it in such a clever way where like he's the business executive first and he's got this dark underside that Spider-Man uncovers, and it's just like They can't do any of that now because they're just gonna throw him in as a cheap cameo. He's gonna be like, Spider-Man, I'm gonna throw pumpkins at you. Oh. It's just like gonna be so cheap and bullshit. Oh.
Anyway,
they're gonna try and rush everything.
Yeah.
If they struck a deal with Sony to allow that, leading to one of my favorite storylines that I think could be really interesting if adapted correctly. Siege. With Norman Osborn taking over
Siege
S.H.I.E.L.D.
was
invasion Asgard. Thor needs a boost. Asgard is on Earth.
Thor is fucking kaput.
Launch the invasion. Make Norman Osborn the next big bad.
Look, I mean, in a realistic sense, unless you're willing to recast, which they have not shown any propensity to do, Chris Hemsworth is getting to be like 40 years old. Obviously, he's not going to want to do the Adonis body for too much longer. So you're going to have to either recast or you're going to have to move on from him. And we've already killed Lady Thor. So what the fuck are you even going to do with him? If you're going to reestablish, that's the point that you got to recast at.
Oh, they could bring in Beta Ray Bill.
Horseface motherfucker.
Yeah.
Phase of Marvel. And you got that covered right there. Tied in with the Sentinel program, too. Why don't you? Make it interesting. Have it so you can center Spider-Man as a connecting tissue. And if
Can't put on his nose. It's always so shiny.
I don't know. So you're telling me that Spidey can appear in all these films, but he can't be in the fucking big ass event film? Get out of here, man. This is bull. This, and you don't sound like that big of a Spider-Man fan when you say garbage like this.
Bro, it's because we have to have established multiple 16 teams in order to combine in the next Avengers film.
Yeah.
Not that, then don't worry about it. There's tons of ways you can use Spider-Man. The 90s cartoon had Spider-Man team up with the X-Men for a time. Just because.
Yeah,
Why
2
not?
episodes.
Just have 'em work.
No, because they worked in the fucking story. It wasn't just because they don't just decide arbitrarily.
By making Spider-Man be a character who can show up and maybe not show up sometimes, he becomes flexible.
He's not your sixth man. He doesn't become just a spot dude.
Be different, complicated.
Ooh.
I think it's a really cool direction.
That's not what makes him interesting. It's his actual
No.
character that makes. It's not because he's just randomly thrown into random shit that makes him interesting.
Yeah.
The character in, and I think moving forward, that's what Marvel is going to want to do, especially considering they've updated their contracts with Sony to.
Yeah, it's
more
all because of the
Spider-Man in
fucking
future.
contracts. You're trying to justify
Will
that.
Doomsday be good?
Contract,
I can't speak to that.
schmontract.
I have no idea if it'll be good. It could be terrible. It could be fantastic.
It'll be horrible.
Who really knows? But what I
have to wait for the consensus to form before I make a video on it so that I can be in line with that.
do know is that there's no point being negative right now about it. There's a lot of positive coming here.
But is there any point in being positive about it before we know anything? Because it's strange how you have a strange thing against being negative about it based on what we've heard, which is very little information, versus being positive about it based on the little information we've heard.
Yep.
Characters haven't shown up. Don't worry. I don't think it's a good idea to expect every single character in the MCU to show up.
That's
in
not what's
Avengers.
important.
No,
And I think that by breaking the teams up a little bit more,
Nobody cares how many people appear. We care whether it's a good story. It doesn't matter how many keys you jangle. It matters the quality of the keys.
Hey, Ant, you ever heard of this old-ass video game called Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems? I don't remember if that's the exact title. It's like Adam Warlock needs help getting the Infinity Gems out of Thanos' hands, and he recruits Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Wolverine, and Spider-Man. No one bought that game going, where's Thor? We just needed enough A-listers to fill the roster out. That's it. Fucking pathetic. It's like...
I've never heard that game.
Yeah.
I never heard of that game.
It's an old one. It's an oldie.
Marvel can have some flexibility.
I'm like the only character in there that I'm sure people kind of raise an eyebrow at is just Adam Warlock alone.
Yeah.
You just love that I paused.
Oh my god, my god, Ant has like the best pause faces.
The one-sided, he's like Alien Edgar.
He's Alien Edgar trying to hook up with Emma Frost.
Like, check out my flannel, baby. I'm just like George Lucas.
Baby. Yeah. Oh my god.
In new places,
Poetry, it rhymes.
having to be forced to shove everyone into the same singular film franchise.
Oh, wait.
Save those massive team-ups for the big movies like Secret Wars, and for the smaller ones.
And Spider-Man can't be there. Why?
Because you gotta have Spider-Man sub in and prop up everybody else's little films.
Yay, have Spider-Man show up to be the fucking cheerleader. Great use.
He's the Viagra pill for our box office of all these failed characters.
Yeah.
We have to throw Spider-Man in there in order to prop them up and make
Yeah.
them seem successful.
Yeah.
It's here and there.
He props Thunderbolts up, he props up Young Avengers, and he finishes the job by propping up Miles Morales.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
My DEI hire, I must prop him up. Oh no.
There. It'll allow Marvel to avoid having to force everything to build up to one film, and instead have a lot of smaller team-ups along the way to make things more connected and make things more compelling for the audiences. Because at the end of the day, if we don't see our favorites come back, we forget about them, and they lose relevance to the series.
Yeah, the audience has such stupid short attention spans. We just have to keep bringing things back all the time and all the little mini team-ups before the big team-up. Oh my god. I hope that Marvel doesn't take any of this advice, because this is not anything to do with storytelling, not anything to do with character development. He's just talking purely about marketing, basically.
And I swear to God, never ever give advertising advice to anyone. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh, thank fuck it's over. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's a fast scroll.
Woo!
All right. Jim Guy 87. All right, we're gonna give more attention to his subs than he will.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, that was that. All right, folks.
Hey, there we are.
So, yay! Wait, are we there? Hang on, hold up. Oh, hey, there's us again. Woo! There's us again. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, folks. So, I have one more thing. It's not a video, but it's just a stupid ass page of someone near and dear to this channel I found the other day. So, you guys remember RazorRex. We haven't talked about him in a while. Well, I've been saying for a while now that we need to review another RazorRex video. Well, why bother do that when we can just look at his stupid ass DeviantArt? John, pull up his DeviantArt page. I just sent it to you. Hold up.
Are you getting it?
Hold up. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get there.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Something ain't right, yeah. All right, here we go.
What am I looking at?
Look at this fucking shit.
It's a Mosasaurus, guys.
Yay! Oh my gosh, John, get a look.
Jurassic World.
Yeah, this dude is a big Jurassic World fucking, like, just consumer. Ooh. Oh my god, John, scroll to where we can find his original fucking artworks. Hang on. Oh my god, another.
There's the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is the same as the other ones.
Oh my god. Hey, hang on. Jumba Jukiba, you stand accused of 12 counts of murder in the first degree, 14 counts of armed theft to Federation property, 22 counts of piracy in high space, 18 counts of fraud, and 1 moving violation. This is literally just the movie quote. What the hell, RazorRex?
Oh. It's called content, bro. oh, look at that. That's artistic endeavor right there. Moving on.
Moving on. Oh, God.
Oh.
What the shit is that?
We'll let Backseater analyze this while I take a piss real quick.
Oh my God.
Just The fact that it's Yogi Bear plus a pelican plus whatever the fuck else, a flamingo. I'll be back in
Flamingo with a bear.
Flamingo with a bear.
Cocktail.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. This fucking. It's like. Why RazorRex? Why? Why on God's green earth did you make this shit? It's like, were you smoking?
He was probably high on drugs.
Yes, he was high on drugs. He's a liberal. I wouldn't be surprised if he was taking fucking drugs. Oh my god. Oh my fuck. It's like, oh my god. It's like, never.
What did he smoke?
Yes.
How much? And where can I get some?
You gonna use some of that for your project, Seven?
I mean, hell, why the hell not?
Oh my god.
Let's see how weird we can get.
Yeah, it's like this just subs everything up. Oh my god. John, you back yet? John ain't back yet. Shit.
He's probably still pissing.
He's probably still pissing. He's like, how much piss was he holding in during that fucking segment?
Oh, I'm back. I'm
Okay,
back. Okay.
John. All right, John. Just go to his. No, John. Just go to his channel. Just go to his DeviantArt profile. And you see at the bottom where it says buy RazorRex, click on RazorRex. All right, go to Gal. All right, just scroll down. Just keep scrolling down till we look at shit. Oh my god. Hang on, John. Look at that one.
You got 47 pages.
No, we're not going to look at all of them. Thank you for being, not you, great Marvel Jewish heroes. And of course, he has Sabra under the not you fucking panel. Because of course, she's like a Mossad agent and shit. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, she was the one that was in Captain African American, right?
Yes, yeah. Because she's Mossad, she's Israeli and shit. Also, half of these characters were retconned to be Jewish, meaning they're not really Jewish. Oh my god!
I wonder if he stands with
I know
Iran.
King and Kitty Pryde are big Jews.
No, they're not.
Not too sure about Iceman.
Iceman's another retcon Jew, so no, he ain't legit. No. Wiccan is because he's Wanda's
big
son.
Jews, huge nose.
Moon Knight isn't really that much of a Jew. I think that's Polaris in the top right. Yeah, she's a Jew. Songbird, not really. I think that's Gert from Runaways. She's not really. All right, John, go back to his profile. All right, let's keep scrolling here.
Oh yeah, we can.
Go to page 2. Go to page 2.
Go to page 2. Yeah.
Oh, just go folder. Go to folders.
Would you like a certain category?
What are all his categories here? Oh my god.
Memes. We have drawings.
Let's look at Let's look at more of his original drawings here. Oh my god. All right. Oh my god. These are
lazy as fuck. Oh
John,
my
look
gosh,
at
this
John.
is like Microsoft Paint.
Click on that rock star. Click on that rock star. Young Duke. What's on his freaking?
Young Duke.
Look at his Go down to his description. Look at this. Here's my newest OC, Matthew Young Duke Lexington. He is an unflattering parody of Ted Nugent and Kid Rock with a bit of Matt Walsh and some online jerk I came across mixed in. He is one of the villains for the Metal Zons.
What the fuck is the Metal Zons?
I don't know. It's his stupid OC.
Okay, so look at that ear. That's a hell of an ear. It's like a U with another little U in there. And then I love how it's Ted Nugent purely because of the soul patch.
Yeah.
And then what the fuck?
Big ass guitar too.
Yeah, he named 6 different people, and he's basically got Ted Nugent with a cowboy hat.
I can't get over that cartoony looking skull that is on the arm there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Go back.
It's
all right.
so lazy.
All right, John, go back. Next. What's the next page? Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at his self-portrait.
He looks like a serial killer in his self-portrait.
Oh my god.
He's like, hello, my lady. Would you like to go back to
Look,
my
dude, the
room
nostrils
with me?
aren't even a part of the nose. The nostrils are off to the side.
You should just put the
He
one
looks like a
nostril on the left.
deranged Howard Wolowitz.
Yes. All right, go back. Go back. Oh my god, there's his actual face reveal, dude.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I used this for a fucking thumbnail I made, and he got super triggered about that. He got super triggered about that. It's like, bitch, you put it up on the internet for me to use. That's your fault. Oh my god.
What is this dude?
I
Oh
don't
my
know. He's a
God.
loser. Oh my god.
That doesn't even look like you. You're
Doesn't-
doing yourself a disservice. You gave yourself crazy eyes. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
God.
God.
He looks like a rejected Muppet.
Yes.
What the fuck is this?
Angel
Does he think he's
Tyrannus?
being edgy? Oh my god.
Continuing with the holiday dinosaurs.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god. Let's go back.
It's like he's like such a boomer edgy where he's like, oh, I'm a Tyrannosaurus with Jesus, guys.
Abby
Oh.
Randstorm. Oh my
He's
god.
got
Look.
hits on her at least. Hang on.
Abby
Gender's-
Randstorm, female, heterosexual. He has to fucking specify that.
He's gotta
22.
say gender and not sex, of course.
Yeah, sex.
Place of birth, South Dakota.
Scandinavian and German, just like him. I know for a fact that's what he is. Fencing and horseback riding. Showing.
Showing off.
Yeah.
So she's a stripper.
Yeah. Abigail.
Dislikes being bored. Oh, see, I love being bored. That's such a unique character trait, bro.
Hails from a rich family. With both of her parents preoccupied with work, Abby enlisted in various activities to keep herself busy, such as fencing and horseback riding. She dreams of becoming a model. That is, if she can find a way out of this dimension where the dinosaurs didn't die out. My newest OC for Dinosaurum. She's one of the other college students who gets trapped with Ethan. I based her appearance off of Brooklyn Decker, my first celebrity crush, and her outfit is inspired by Hannah Dundee from Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, one of my fictional crushes.
Jesus, what the fuck?
What are we reading?
Alright, go back. Let's look at his OCs now. Oh my god.
There's a photo exclusively for OCs.
Reindeer Yeechi? What the hell is this?
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Oh my
god.
god.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I just like, oh,
What?
Look at its lips. It's like
it got them blackface lips.
Oh,
DSL's dick sucking lips.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh, it's the laziest eyeballs where it's just like the Family Guy style where he
it's
just draws a circle.
And then a dot, yeah.
So today at work, my boss wanted me to do something holiday related, and I got the idea of dinosaurs and Christmas.
Where the fuck do you work? Holy shit, they should fire you for this.
What is Yi Kui? Yi Kui is actually my
Yeechi.
favorite character, my favorite dinosaur, and it was my first time drawing one.
I don't fucking. You did a bad job, bro. John, go back. Let's look at his OCs.
Nice claws.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these random ass 3 claws up here on the wing. Those are gonna do a lot of good when they got the flimsy ass wings.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's so bad. What the fuck is this?
What is that? What is that?
This is the OC. This is the OC folder, dude.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Who's
There we go.
Wait, Ethan.
Wait.
Phantasmus Rex?
What is this?
What is this, a Scooby-Doo villain?
Yeah, that is a weird creature.
It's a ghost T-Rex, I feel like. Oh, hang on, let's read. Phantom Lizard King. The beast has the features of a T-Rex and is made entirely of bones. Montana and South Dakota. What is it with him and fuck Is he from South Dakota? Is that why he always
He's probably from there.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Skeletons.
He's probably one of those people that's like, I only can write what I know, and so I have to write everybody to be from South Dakota in order to not be ignorant.
Dude, fucking. So if the dinosaur ever gets if it ever falls apart, it can reform itself. So it's basically like dry bones from Mario.
Nice.
It can.
Indigenous people wrongfully slaughtered, manifesting the bones of It's the North American vengeance spirit.
Dude, it moves at the fucking speed of light. Oh shit, the Flash don't want none of this guy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm looking at the upper right here. It's this Rex is said to roam at night. Legend has the Phantasmosaurus is the spirit of the indigenous people wrongfully slaughtered, manifesting the bones of a Tyrannosaurus.
This is our payback for the Trail of Tears.
We're gonna kill the evil white man.
Yes,
with
we're
the
dinosaurs.
Does he know that dinosaur bones are different from human bones? Because indigenous people would not make a dinosaur bone skeleton.
What?
They
Oh
would
my god,
make a
go back.
person skeleton.
Oh my god, what other OCs you got? There you go. Oh,
Right.
what's this guy?
This looks like a DEI hire. Here we go.
Ethan Deere. Ethan Deere, male heterosexual, 21, South Dakota, Lakota Native American. Oh my god, John, this dude has such big fucking white guilt. I don't think he'll ever make a white guy protagonist. Oh my god. Drawing, knowledgeable about dinosaurs. Okay, so in a fucking weightlifting championship, he's fucked. Dislikes bullies, of course. Personality, upbeat, a bit sometimes can be shy around girls. What a cock. Ethan grew up fascinated by dinosaurs and wanted to become a paleontologist, so he took a course in geology. While in the Hell Creek Formation, oh shit, Hell Creek, don't fuck with this guy. With two other students, he sucked into an alternate universe where the dinosaurs didn't die out and evolved further. Now he must find a way back. My second drawing with, oh, this was a second. What was it? Oh my god, that's worse.
He copied the Jurassic Park symbol.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my
and
god.
added a ponytail.
Oh my god.
Jorts. He's got the John Cena jorts.
I'm experimenting with a mannequin app.
Oh, it's okay, guys. You got a lot of
no comments. Oh my god. And he's a Lakota Native American, of course. So don't fuck with this guy or he'll get the fucking Phantasmus Rex on your ass.
All right, hang on. I gotta go back to the beginning here.
Oh boy. Let's
see what we got here.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Mo Omano, Anna Kawai, Okpada. Like Sierra Stirosi.
This looks like Kim Possible right here.
Yes.
What do we got?
Sierra.
Hang on, he used to have tits on his characters. Hang on. What's this one?
Help, Sierra looks like MJ.
Looks like Mary Jane Watson. Okay.
My god. Yeah.
So I noticed my OC looks like Mary Jane Watson from Spider-Man. Shit, he got comments on this one. Holy shit. Oof. They're making fun of him. Oh no.
Oh my god. What's next? Go, John, go back to the first. Mo Omano. What is this? What is this? Evolved.
It's female.
Oh my god, of course. Surviving Otodis exposed to radiation when the Bikini Atoll was bombed back in 46. Oh, so it's just a Godzilla ripoff. It evolved into a new life form. Despite being bombed by humanity, Mo Omano has no grudge against them. Oh yeah, you fucking pelted me with bombs, but no hard feelings, bro. And only seeks to protect.
He seriously did make it into a Godzilla ripoff. It's just post World War II nuclear experiments.
And only seeks to protect the ocean. Will only attack if provoked or if she senses the slaughter of other sharks. Being exposed. Oh, so it's a ripoff of not only Godzilla but also Jaws 4. Being exposed to radiation.
The revenge.
Yeah, being exposed to radiation, Mo'omano evolved to an even more advanced life form. Most notably are the clawed arms and legs allowing her to traverse land. Another notable feature of hers is the spines adorning her. They are actually sharpened denticles. Mo'omano's most destructive weapons are Hurricane Roar, a blast of air from her mouth. Oh, God. So it's a three-way ripoff of Godzilla, fucking, Mega Sharkpedo from Pokemon, and I forgot what the third one was. Fuck.
Your
Just
OC
for
is
ya.
incredibly oversized, but since Toho made kaiju to ridiculous large size, it's fine.
Wait, how big was
Wow.
this thing? How big was this thing? Hang on, go up. 200
Height.
meters. Oh my god. Oh my.
Mass 70,000 tons.
Okay.
As much as Emma Frost would have to be worth 1.3 trillion.
Oh, John, go back to the first page of the OC's folder. I think that's where the metal Zods were. You know, go up, scroll up. Hang on, it's the next to Ted Nugent there, yeah. The metal Zods, everybody.
It's Hawk Girl ripoff.
That's Hawk Girl right there. Fucking, what is this shit?
And it's Arab.
Fucking
chick.
Arab bitch, yeah. Oh, I combined the magical girl genre with heavy metal, creating the Metal Zods, a magical girl group who are also a metal band using it as their gimmick. Mazia Karab, Chelsea Cardell, Layla Zaki, Valerie Gushiken, and Jomara Bardales.
This is published April 6, 2025. This was made this year. He hasn't evolved at all from this. Oh my
god.
Let's see here. We got 6 comments on this,
Are
boys.
those their hero names or civilian names? Civilian names.
That's always a good sign.
I'm still figuring out their hero and stage names. Someone suggested they should be named after musical theory terms. Maybe name them after famous rock bands? That's one idea. This is a new one.
That's a great way to dismiss someone where you're just like, that's one idea. That's an idea for sure.
This is a new one. I had this idea for quite some time and finally started drawing it out. Oh, you should have kept it in your head, bro.
I love how non-committal these comments are, where there's like, this is a new one. It's kind of like whenever your friend asks you how their play was, and you're just like, oh, it was interesting. It was certainly a play, sir.
Oh my god, what else we got? Let's go back.
Oh my
Let's check out his
God.
meme. Let's check out his meme folder.
All right.
Oh my god, where is it?
Dinosaur.
Here we go. There it is. All right.
Damn,
so
he's got a lot of those.
So it's literally just the same. Must go faster. Watch out for the ones in hazmat suits. Oh fucking Christ.
Let's go to a random little page 3 here.
Oh god.
Oh shit. Oh, what's
Fuck.
this? Ariel.
Ariel doesn't like Chloe Bourgeois. Who the fuck?
I don't know what the fuck any of this even is.
Is that
At least Ariel's white in this.
Is that a Barbie character? I have no idea. Is that?
He's got 18 comments on this
What
shit.
the hell? No wonder she is on my list. Movie was better. Glad you enjoyed it. Chloe should join Mandy from Totally Spies, Bonnie Rockwaller from Kim Possible, the Biscuit Twins from Lilith's Pet Shop, and other cartoon characters that are mean bitches.
Look, I'm gonna display my perhaps embarrassing knowledge here. Okay, so Totally Spies, I remember Sam, Alex, and Clover were the main 3 ones.
Yeah.
That was the blonde, the redhead, and the somewhat dark-skinned, dark-haired chick.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Mandy?
I think she was I think she was the mean girl from that show.
Okay. And then Kim Possible, I obviously remember Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable, and I remember She-Go. But who the fuck was Bonnie Rock? She was like the bully cheerleader chick, right?
Yeah, that was her, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know the other ones, but yeah, I was just relaying my cartoon knowledge.
Yeah. After the ending of season 5, nobody likes Chloe anymore. Yeah. So I've heard. I've only watched the first 2 seasons, and I heard it goes downward from there. I figured I might at least watch season 3.
I watched season 3.
Oh my god, let's go back.
Nobody does. I honestly don't see
Nobody
anyone.
does. Oh my god,
What the fuck is this? Sierra's voice actress.
Oh my god.
Voice. Any role he oh, he doesn't like race swapping when it's in one direction.
Oh, okay. So
Wait,
it's
wait.
it's a
Oh,
fan
no.
casting for his OC character. Oh my god. Fucking Christ.
Is he for real?
Yeah, fan casting for my OC is Mae Whitman. Fucking pathetic.
I'm sure you'll get her.
Yeah,
Anyways.
yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
For that adaptation that's definitely coming.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh shit, they got the pride flag.
My top
10 favorite.
Fucking Christ.
How many of these are actual and how many are just like fan fiction? Anyways.
I think these are all legit because I know that fourth one in the top row, that's Jurassic Park shit. That I know he simps for that cartoon. Like, oh my god. I think that's Keyleth from Critical Role right there. I don't know. I don't watch Critical Role. I hate Critical Role. I know that's one of the Critical Role characters right there. We got Koran Asami. Shit. Oh, hang on. Here. Oh, there's a list.
Which was thrown in at the last second, by the way. They like
second.
They literally threw in a
hang on. Here we
scene
go.
as they were walking into a portal.
Motoko Kusanagi. Wait, she's gay. I didn't know that. Nola Darling, Sasha Waybright, Janina Maya, Vex and Vaxilon. Wait, bro, those are siblings. What the hell? Are they gay for each other? I know they're siblings. Norma and Barney. Yaz and Sammy, Luz and Amity. Oh my god, this is pathetic. Oh my god. Go back.
By the way, everybody hated Legend of Korra before any of the gay shit. It was literally just like, oh, this is a shit series, and then they decided to throw that in at the last second and try and shield themselves from criticism.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What's this Jurassic World couple meme?
Okay.
What?
It's what does this mean?
Seriously, Claire Darling and Owen Grady's relationship reminds me a lot of Jack Trenick and Hannah Dundee from Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. What the fuck?
Why? I had the same thought.
You're a paid for comment. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Nobody says that,
Oh,
especially on DeviantArt, where probably 30 people saw this. There's no way somebody with the same thought happened to cross your path.
What else we got?
All right. Let's go to
20. Oh my god.
Well, I'll be a monkey. Ooh. Okay, hang on. Let me go to. I'm gonna skip ahead to the middle of the pack here.
All right. Okay.
Oh. Let's go to page 10 or so.
10. All right.
Oh, holy shit! He's just got fucking lists going on here.
Oh my god, these are just lists.
I like this cartoon show. Oh my god,
Oh
that is.
my god.
Wait, because it's smart. Because it makes me laugh. Why does SpongeBob inspire you?
I don't know.
That's the most silly nothing show because I do for Primal, okay? Because this is the most non-committal kind of like descriptions where it's just like because it's exciting, okay?
The Ghost and Molly McGee is relatable.
Because it's better than a different show. That's the most bullshit reason to like a show.
What, Skeleton Warriors? What the hell?
Like I can literally say, "Oh, I like Andor because it's better than Ahsoka." Like that's not a fucking reason to like a show. It just because it's better than a different show. Like, nobody gives a shit. If it's better than a shit show, it's still shit.
Yes. What else we got? Oh my god.
Oh, and then he just lists it out. Okay.
I heard that the Boondocks won a Peabody Award. Well, that doesn't well deserved. That doesn't mean anything. Not enough people have watched Primal, so underappreciated. Whatever.
That's bullshit. All right. Shit! This one has 11 comments.
Oh shit! I love this animated movie. Oh my god.
Vampire Hunter D. Okay, machines for. Okay, yeah. SpongeBob SquarePants. Because it was my child. That's not a good reason. Because it's
Yes.
well written. Inside Out is decently well written. I'll agree. Hang on. Song of the Sea. Because the animation. Oh my god. Because it made me laugh. The Emperor's New Groove. Okay. Dude. You
Dude.
picked. It's amazing how he made this list. Like, I don't necessarily completely disagree with all of these, but if you're doing all time, this is a pathetic fucking list.
Yes.
Because it taught me important lessons could have been Princess Mononoke. Because it was my child. I mean, whatever. Your child. That's a stupid fucking category. Because it's well written. Could have been Your Name. Could like they're fucking legendary animated movies, and you decided to distill it all into this like narrow ass fucking category.
Oh
I just kind of want to see what the comments are.
What's Bird Boy about? It's a dark fantasy coming-of-age drama that follows 3 teenagers trying to escape off the island, with the main female falling in love with a mysterious figure named Bird Boy. It looks like quite the cult classic. I guess you could say that. It has gained a following.
Ninja Cult Classic is the most fucking boilerplate excuse for somebody to say. In other words, it's not super mainstream.
Yeah.
Thanks, and you should. Yeah, I used to work in a movie theater, so I have a lot of movies I want to see. But that doesn't make any sense. You would have seen them if you worked in a movie theater, anyways.
Cool. Yep.
I used to work in a movie theater, therefore I didn't watch any movies. Wait, what?
What? Wait, what? Oh my god.
Underrated cartoons. I hate this cartoon show. And
whoa, hold
I
on.
like this film.
Fictional crush, celebrity crush. What the hell?
Oh shit, he's objectifying women.
Oh my god. What a simp. What
He's
a
dark-skinned women. He has to be in them.
Isn't that Kita from like Lost Atlantis or some shit like that?
Atlantis, the Lost Empire.
Atlantis Lost
yeah.
Empire, yeah. Oh my god, I was right. Meh, too showy.
Too showy.
What can I say? I'm a sucker for ladies in swimsuits.
A simp.
The simp. Oh my.
Wait, Totally Spies.
What the
What's
heck?
this?
Leo, what the
What the hell?
Dude, his memes suck. They're just like 2 fucking images.
Thank you for using my meme. Oh shit, he stole content.
Oh shit. Totally Spies.
Oh, you're using my meme. Hope you credit me in the description.
Yeah, wait a minute.
No, Leo, you should not watch that French fetish video. I've actually seen someone bring that up, question, and pointed out other shows had those elements too. I'd share the link if I could find it.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh no. My god.
Most beautiful villainesses.
Oh my
Let's see if you agree with any of
god.
these.
Oh my god. What is this?
Is that Selma Hayek?
I have no idea. I can't tell.
I think that's her. She's covered up with a snake and shit.
You know, gentlemen, for reasons that are unimportant, I actually do have like a sock puppet DeviantArt account. How much are you willing to bet? I'll just go to one of these memes and just say the backseater brought me here.
Do it, Evan! Do it! Ha! Oh my god.
Yes, let the hate flow through.
I do agree with Shigo. I liked whenever she captured Kim Possible.
I never cared. I didn't think Shigo was hot. I'm sorry. Mystique.
There's that's the mummy chick.
Oh my god.
In the upper right.
No, there's there's Emma Frost. We got the Gotham
What the
City.
fuck he put Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy all in the same spot.
Yeah, the Gotham City Sirens. Although that is kind of cheating. Yeah, we got Livewire. I think that's Asami right there. Hella. I don't know the
Emma
rest.
Frost.
Why the fuck is Azula on there?
That's Azula. That's his name. We got Baroness right there.
Yeah,
but Azula's a child, and this is a full-grown man risking hottest females in animation.
Oh no.
most beautiful villainesses. I'm not saying they're hot. I'm just saying they're
Cool
beautiful.
meme. I definitely agree with a few of these. Which ones? Ozla, Shigo, the Tricks, Eris, and Snake Queen. All right, you know my
Damn,
number
that's
one.
less than a quarter of the list.
All right, you know my number one choice is played by Salma Kayak, right? Which one? Santa Nico Pandemonium. Okay, she seems badass. I recommend From Dusk Till Dawn. Thanks for the mention. Sure thing. What do you think of my choices? They're cool.
Oh, it's the most generic fucking comments. It's like, Jesus Christ, don't say anything at that point.
Oh
Like,
my
nobody
God.
cares. If you're gonna be that general, just like,
Yeah.
shut up.
Oh my God. Wait, what is this patch? T-Rex getting... Oh, come on, bro. This ain't funny, man. It's literally just like, its memes suck. They're literally just like 2 different images, and that's it. My God. What is this?
Oh shit! For some reason, this one zoomed in all the way.
Okay. It's the Owl House cast disgusted by the Little Britain game. So what? What is it? What does this mean?
What does it mean?
Maybe it's some kind of code.
I don't know. Nice
meme. Thanks.
Hang on, John.
These are paid for comments.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it right now.
Can you blame them? I would be disgusted too by a game where you vomit on people and run over the LGBT for points.
Well, if you're only running over the T, you're just expediting the process.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's true.
What a white knight. Holy shit. Oh.
Primal. I hate that he likes Primal because I like Primal because of Genji Tartakovsky, who wrote the way better Clone Wars. Fuck you, Filoni.
Oh, hold on. What celebrities does he dislike? Hold on. Look at this. I dislike this celebrity.
We gotta see this.
What is
this one on the right?
Yeah. I like Stan Lee because of his impact. I like Steven Spielberg because of his greatest profession. Because they're over. Is that Kelly Marie Tran? Oh,
He's using they them pronouns for everybody.
Oh my God. Because they're who is that? Is that Lita Ford? Because they're not a toxic person? What is this? Because I can.
Because I can.
Oh, okay, so the reason he likes George Lucas is because he gives a lot to charity. He gives to a lot of charities. Like, okay. Also, a lot is not one word, you ding it, you dingaling.
Oh my God. What a stupid reason.
Dislikes.
Yeah.
What a stupid reason to like someone. What a stupid reason.
Oh my God. Oh, it's Doro Pesh.
Oh, wait.
Okay, whatever.
He's got some descriptions. Hang on.
He's such an amazing...
She is a great actress, and it seems like a really nice person. She did not deserve to be harassed by the toxic fans after The Last Jedi.
Oh my
Kelly Marie Tran was not harassed.
No.
People hated Rose Tico because of Ryan Johnson, a white male, who they hated on way more than Rose Tico. Oh my God.
Who the fuck
because they give a lot of charities. Not only do I respect Lucas as a filmmaker, all for how generous he is as a man he is. He donated the money he sold from the rights to charity and even set up his own organization.
Who the fuck is Irina Shayk? Who the fuck is that?
I'm on the case.
Not
Irina Shayk.
Not only is she my
model.
not only is she my number one celeb crush, but Irina is given to charities, earned her place with her rags to riches story. She's just an overall awesome human being. Okay, sure, pal, whatever you say. Oh my God,
she's hot. That's why she's rags to riches.
Dude, just say you simped for her. That's just okay. Go back, John. What celebrities? If Andrew Rakish, Atun Shea films count, I'd include him. George Lucas may be good at world building and being a good person, but not a good director. Okay, fuck you, beautiful.
He directed A New Hope, my favorite Star Wars film. Fuck you.
All right,
let's get started it all.
Oh my God. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going a little bit more. gosh, what is this?
What
celebrities?
No more.
Mr. Taco is sick of shark horror movies. Again, these memes suck. They're just 2 images. All right, I dislike this celebrity. What celebrities does he dislike?
Oh shit! Let's see. I bet it's a bunch of white males.
Oh my god! So J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling.
James Corden, because he's in bad movies, dude. I hate James Corden. It's not because he's in bad movies. It's because he's just cringe.
I don't even know who the fuck this person on the right is.
You got Jake Paul right there.
There's Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Ted Nugent.
Butch
Amy
Hartman.
Schumer.
Okay,
What
Amy
are these
Schumer.
categories? They're so arbitrary. It's like they're super detailed but super specific, but also like there's 8 of them in every one of these.
Hang on, John. Let's go down to his description. Let's look at his fucking reasoning. J.K. Rowling. Oh, yeah, of course J.K. Rowling's a transphobe. I actually don't hate him as much as some people here. I don't think he's bad at his career. I genuinely liked him as the baker from Into the Woods. Oh, that film was shit. But other than that, his shtick has gotten tiresome. Yeah. John Crick-Falusi. What the hell? It's John John K. Yeah, that explains it. I got him confused. Yeah, John K. I can understand. It's Machine Gun Kelly. Okay. Kid Rock, yeah, Amy Schumer, Butch Hartman. What's his reason for Butch Hartman?
Because they're toxic.
Because he's toxic. John Scroll. John, did you fall asleep?
You probably went to piss again.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What a fucking... Oh, John, you there? Okay, so here we go.
There he is.
On Butch, Christian values I created, your childhood Hartman. Where do I begin? He's a massive narcissist, a hypocrite, a liar, and a bigot. Not to mention he scammed people, copied someone's artwork, and there's a whole other list of grievances I don't have the time to mention, so I'll just share a link.
So I'll just share a link.
Ted Nugent's a racist and liar. Oh, and he's a creep.
No!
Oh, no! Oh, no, not the news.
He's got 12 comments.
Oh my god. Not to mention, Ted Nugent has recently burned bridges with the music industry because of his outspoken behavior. He has reached way past his prime and unable to compete with today's music artists like Taylor Swift, Drake, Billie Eilish, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, The Weeknd, Ed Sheeran, and Bad Bunny. It's like, my guy, they're not even the same genre.
You're doing like different artists entirely. Like, what are you talking about?
Dana Terrace should so challenge Rowling in an epic rap battle. What the hell?
Guys, when's the last time Madonna made an epic hit? And yet they're not going to be like, oh, she can't compete with Billie Eilish. It's like you're comparing has-beens to like fucking new artists, obviously.
There was a story about James Corden. He was at a restaurant and berated a waiter for giving him his wife's eggs because his wife is allergic to eggs.
Oh no! Waiter made a mistake. Big fucking deal.
I didn't hear about this. James's wife has an allergy to eggs, so she ordered a yolk-only omelet. Wait, yolk-only? What the hell? Wouldn't that be eggs anyway? Yolk-only omelet, only to receive one with egg in it, and James had to ask the person to server to send it back. Based on who you ask, it's either James said something mean to the server, his version of the story, or he yelled at the server, the restaurant's own version of the same story. Okay.
It's such
very
a
nonchalant answer there.
Does he have like a fucking bot responding to these comments? Like it's always the most generic response where it's just like, I hadn't heard about this. Oh, okay. All right. Like
Dennis Zachilk, if you liked Into the Woods, fine, but me personally, I didn't. Amy Schumer's not funny. She's painful, unfunny, and so is Lily Singh.
I agree with that sentiment.
Oh my god. All right, let's go back.
Netflix was sexist for giving me $1 million. Oh my god. I agree on JK. John, Amber, Ben, and Butch, they suck ass. If you could get rid of one but spare the others, who would you pick? For me, no contest. JK. Her actions hurt people all over the world. Oh my gosh. How dare they accept their biological sex? Oh, it's so hurtful.
Oh,
coming forward. Oh my, coming forward with this fetish. What we got?
Celebrity crushed by Alphabet.
Oh boy.
Alphabet.
What the fuck?
God damn, they're all women. Oh, how bigoted.
What a simp.
Hold on, let's see the description. I want to see the description.
No comments.
Oh. Ashley
3.4K views. Oh, sorry. Here we go.
Ashley Graham, Brooklyn Dix.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pew. Oh, we got that Irina Shayk bitch.
How much Florence Pugh
Kate
got
Upton.
mocked in the playground for her last name?
I don't know, probably.
Pew pew pew.
Salma Hayek, Uma Thurman, Winona Ryder.
Zazie Beetz.
Zazie Beetz.
She was pretty hot in Deadpool too. I won't argue with that one.
Yeah, but she shouldn't have been Domino. She should have been somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. Should have been Naomi
Oh
Scott.
my god, he's simping for the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs girl again. What the fuck? Favorite classic and modern musical artist. Oh god. What? Oh
this female character.
Oh my god. This female character needs more sexy fan art. Oh my god. Oh, John.
He's doing Gooner bait. He's trying to do Gooner bait to build his fan base, and then he's going to switch to the...
Look at the... John, did you see that one meme of the Japanese man again? Look at that right there. No more. I'm sick of angry reviewers. This dude...
Hey. Dude, he's trying to combine like multiple decades where like Mr. Plinkett blends with Critical Drinker. That was like 8 years later, bro.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck?
No more. No more. I'm sick of angry reviewers. Here's
There's
why.
enough negativity in the world already. They hog up the algorithm. No, this is a fucking myth. They don't hog up the algorithm. If more people click on them, that's not hogging up the algorithm. That's called it appeals to more people's thoughts. And you're playing into their actual thoughts more. I'm so sick of this myth that it's like, oh, negativity guides the algorithm. It's like, no, the algorithm is guided by negativity because most of the shit is shit.
They come off as very snobbish, and people like that shouldn't review things because they can't understand.
Being British.
Because they can't understand that some things are subjective.
He's just talking about them being British. He's purely racist there.
They hardly make any valid criticism and just nitpick.
Follow makes 6-hour critiques. How can you say he's not? Whenever you have Jeremy Johns or fucking Chris Stuckman going into a 6-minute review saying, I just thought it was nice. It had cool pictures. Ooh. And then Mueller goes into a 6-hour description of exactly what the character arcs are and everything. He's like, oh, they don't lack any substance. Oh.
They hardly, they tend to just parrot the same things and hardly have any differing opinions.
You're literally just, that is pure projection.
Yes.
Whenever somebody says The Last Jedi is great cinematography, and then 5 million other people say The Last Jedi is great cinematography. Look at this Admiral Holdo. Look at that Holdo maneuver shot. Look at the Holdo maneuver shot. They're fucking parroting. You never call it out on that side. You only call it out on the other side.
Look, they're painfully unfunny. They hide the satire or comedy of the behind the playing a character excuse. I don't think all angry reviewers are bad. I enjoy some like Smeghead of Cinematic Excrement. Who the fuck is Diaz?
Who?
Exactly. Who the fuck is Diaz Station? Never heard of that guy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Smeag's Head? We might have to review him at some point.
Maybe. We'll have to drop him in the video suggestions tab. Well, folks, we've been going at this for like close to 3.5 hours. I have had a fucking ball. I've had a fucking ball. What about you guys?
Oh, I had a grand time.
Yeah.
Good time. Good time.
Yeah, so thanks everyone for showing up for the 100 sub special. And you know what? Fuck it. From now on, every Backseat Boys is going to be a live stream from now on. So if you guys enjoyed this stream, please give it a thumbs up, comment below what you thought of the stream, subscribe if you want more streams like this, and we'll see you guys next time in the Backseat. Take care, and see you next time for the 200 subs.